You know, when I say something to go on, truly then that's the vibe. It's Adansi at 10. And let me tell you about the Adansi at 10 Vibe Tour. And I'm touring Asia with the team Adansi this August. And as we also celebrate Adansi's 10 years. Oh yeah. So your dream of exploring Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia is here. Adansi Travels is making it possible with the Asia Cruise and Land Vibe Tours. It's a 10-day adventure of nature and fun from 21st to 31st August. And the prices are cool, $3,750 per person, and then $7,450 for a couple. And we cover your flights, your hotel accommodation, daily breakfast, cruise tours, airport transfers, a visa, travel, medical insurance. Everything is sorted. So come, let's celebrate 10th anniversary with Adansi Travels. You can go to www.adansitravels.com or better still call 059-5500817 or go to 055-63-10404 to book your spot now. Still on Adansi Travels, we have more trips for you. And the trip is really vibing. So we can't thank you enough. Now Adansi's chartered flight on Emirates is fully booked. Qatar, UAE combo, and all Europe trips are also sold out already. But there is still very good news. We have secured few seats on Emirates Dubai departing on 13th August and 15th August with the rate starting at $1,650 per person. Also available are the following exciting combo trips in August and September. Earlier I told you about the Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia tour with Nima 7 I Kwame Dadzie. Then we have the Nairobi and Dubai tour with Doreen Ando. South Africa, we go into Victoria Falls, Livingston with Lexus Bill. And then we also have the West Africa road trip to Togo, Benin and Nigeria. So you see, there is no excuse not to travel this summer. I know. There is also the Kigali and Dubai trip with George Kwei. Enjoy free pass to Adansi Travels. We're going Adansi Aten Gala Dinner in Accra. And that is if you book by 25th July. So just get connected with us at Adansi Travels, celebrating 10 years. The Institute of Professional Studies, IPS, at the University of Professional Studies in Accra, in partnership with the Chartered Institute of Taxation, invites you to a public lecture on the introduction of the 3 new tax acts, their impact on revenue generation. The main speaker for this is the Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Reverend Dr. Amishadai Usuamwa, and the host is the Vice Chancellor of the UPSA, Professor Abednego Efo Amate. Be part of this public lecture on Tuesday, July 18, 2023, and the time is 9 a.m. at the LBC Auditorium on the UPSA campus. You can also reach us on this mail address, upsmail@upsmail.edu.gh for more information. And this event will be live on Joy News TV channel. Joy 99.7 FM, show sponsored by MTN everywhere you go, and a Superstar multi-fruit drink. In the meantime, oh my God, I'm right here with the man. I don't know if I should call him the headmaster or the Duku man. Guess who just joined us? Kwadwo Sheldon, my brother, how are you doing?
I do, bro. How
You
far?
did, Charlie.
I did.
Long time. We not sure that meet like this before.
Wait, we meet before or what? We meet for some place.
Some events be like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
But yeah, this be like the first time I they encounter you like on that
you
level.
say I differ way. I admire the things that you, you've been doing. Since.
But they follow me for Twitter. Then I
follow everybody.
You know they follow me.
I follow everybody who matters on Twitter. Are you sure I don't follow?
So I'm not matter. I don't matter.
You matter. That is why I follow you.
Okay.
Oh, you hit 1 million followers a few days ago. Congrats.
And,
How does it feel? Clogging 1 million on Twitter.
The vibe day, 1 million followers on Twitter. I wish, I could monetize that on that particular platform. Because, I think recently I tweeted, said, 1 million followers be cool and all, but then if it would translate to my YouTube numbers, I would be very, very happy because that is where the important monetization they happen. Because recently Elon started paying creators. We see this part of the world. We are not even part of the conversation.
Charlie.
So 1 million is good for one or two brand, and bro, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed with the 1 million or the benefit that comes.
Yeah, you see, with the space that I operate in, yes, I use it as a funnel to distribute my content.
Yeah.
But I feel like with these numbers that I have, with the impressions, with all the numbers that I have, I should be able to break bread or make bread out of that platform. So if I'm not getting it, then there is a problem. I'm not saying you said the platform is of no relevance to me, but I feel like when it comes to optimizing the monetization side, Twitter is not that kind of platform. But so one shout out to everyone, everybody follow me though. 1 million will be beans like that. So yes. It's all good.
Okay, guys, so I'm hanging out right here with Kwadwo Sheldon, the founder and creative lead of Kwadwo Sheldon Studios. He does a lot on YouTube and other platforms, and he just clocked 1 million followers on Twitter. How did you come by that? Was it easy coming by the 1 million followers? Because some of us have been on since we don't catch 20K.
Yeah, so there is a story behind my Twitter journey because the whole social media thing for me started on Twitter. At some point I lost my account, so I had to start from scratch. So I built this thing organically by just being a thought leader in my space, using the platform to say whatever is on my mind, using it to distribute my content, creating content that people want on that particular platform. So I feel like more people follow me because I give them value for their eyeballs. They follow me in exchange for that. I give them content. So for me, it has been organic from the onset, just creating content for them, being a thought, using my platform to start conversations, and that has just been the way Kwadwo Sheldon has been doing things on Twitter.
Would you say controversy has contributed to this feat?
No, controversy started this. Dedication, hard work, and quality content got me here, and that is what most people are refusing to admit. And I would use every platform that I step on to remind them that this is not controversy. Controversy is not going to get you this kind of following. It's about consistency, hard work, and creating content that people want. And if you have been following me, you would know this. There's been a transformation. We used to be careless, we used to be reckless on that platform. We've transitioned to a point where people list media houses in this country and your name is up there. This is not about controversy. This is my hard work. The earlier you acknowledge that, the better.
What are some of the careless things you did in the past?
Yes, as I said, for Twitter, at some point, what these people are doing, we used to, throw people, move to people, set agenda, all
violence.
You understand? It was, at that time, we felt like, people will come in the engagement, people will come and reach you, they'll be giving you fans and things. But at the end of the day, you see, if you are looking at growing, if you are looking at, taking this thing to the next level, what you are doing, there's no point in doing that. So at some point, as I said, there was a transition. And if you have been following me, I've always stated on my platforms that I am trying to build a digital media platform. This is always what is on my mind. So these are some of the things we had to do. Yes, we were young, we were, that kind of word. But at this point, I feel like there has been a change, and that is why I mean, I've been doing this thing for the past 6 years. That is why we are still relevant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you trolled in the past that you regret ever doing that too?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I wasn't even trolling anybody like that. It was just me just sharing my opinion on things. I don't think anybody can come here and tell me that, oh, Kwadwo Sheldon did this to me. No, I don't go that way. I mean, we were reckless, but we had sense, because, So if I say I don't like a song, that is fine. That is my opinion. You can't force me. But yes, that is why I am a music consumer. So if I tell you I don't like this particular thing, it doesn't mean I'm trolling or anything. But yes, there are people that are taking the trolling thing to the next level, moving to people that my wives, it's all good, bro. But yes, if it works for you, that is on you. But at the end of the day, the consequences are there and you will regret it, because I have regretted some things that I did in the past that I'm not proud of. So if you think this is the path for you, kudos.
Which things are these? You're not mentioning them.
Oh, as I said, I mean, I used to, say, let's say, so I mean, in the space that I am right now, I have had people move to me. Like I am at the receiving end now.
They are giving it to you.
Yes. I've become like a standard in the content creation space where each and every day they are trying to, bring someone in. Oh, this one is better than you. It comes with greatness, you understand. And people move to your work. You put out videos. You have people coming in to tell you, nah, I don't like this video. This video is trash. This video is not funny. All these things. I am at the receiving end now. Those days, I used to dish it out to people. You understand?
Yeah.
And you see, when you are at the receiving end and you sit down, you go through all the, the struggles, the hustle to create content. Someone comes to you like, bro, what is this? It goes like
how does it feel?
You go your capillaries and arteries inside. You understand? So yes. So I mean, I entered this situation. People started moving to. People started saying to us, I said, nah, bro. So this is what I was actually doing to people, man. It's not good. I'm not proud of it, and it is something in my past that I wouldn't. In the next life, I wouldn't want to do again. That is why I always, use my platform to let people understand that, we've been there before, and this is not it. So yes, we will move on from there. But it is what it is, bro.
Okay, you've had, let me say, quote unquote, fights with a number of people.
Yes.
Your other brother, Teacher Kwadwo, Shatawale,
okay,
Sammy Flex. I don't know if he had any issue with Kevin Taylor or he had an issue with you.
Yeah, he had an issue with me.
And a lot of people. Which of these fights would you say was the toughest? When you entered, you were like
the one with Shatawale. I mean, you see, it got to a point, and your man says in his song, that he's a gangster. Then he goes ahead to call the police into an online disagreement because I stated in a tweet. I basically, used his own tweet against him, and he didn't understand why some big-headed guy is actually challenging him and things. So he decided to call the IGP. I wasn't afraid, but Charlie, my people for us, almost so many police, almost so I was like, it's all good, bro. We shouldn't involve the police and IGP in this. IGP is not going to do me anything because
who's your police?
Hey, don't fear and see. Don't fear police and see. So I was like, Charlie, it's all good. You let me just end this thing. But that was, it was that kind of, I don't know if it's a beef or a battle or something like that. But because people meet you in town and they reference that. So yeah. The rest, I think it was one-sided with the.
Yeah. So with the Wale beef, what started it?
So the Wale beef. Shatawale is actually my best friend, though.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, he's been watching my videos and things and he said I shouldn't react to his song. That he has this assertion or he has this perception that we eat off his hustle. And this is born out of the fact that a lot of the people in the industry, and this, they are oblivious of how the ecosystem works.
Yeah.
So they just go out there and throw out about anything that they want, and their followers buy into it. Oh, you are talking about artists. You are breaking down a song. You are eating off it. Meanwhile, this content that I'm reacting to is copyrighted. I don't make anything from it. So that is how the whole thing started. I was like, bro, if I want. Either you want to learn or you want to agenda. You understand?
Okay.
But if you are not willing to agenda, then you can't dictate to me how I should run my platform. I can decide to, relegate your content to the background and still create content and be successful. For the past 3-4 months, I've not touched anything Shatawale. My platform is flourishing. You see, they thought that is a thing. They don't understand what I do. They think I just sit in a room and no, bro. I have 7 successful content running across platform. I can dip on y'all of the day and still eat. people don't get this thing, and so they feel like, oh, you are talking, bro. What are artists long as someone can come with them? Let's be serious here, bro. Artists long as more artists now would do much. How much are they earning from streaming platform that me I should come and eat of them? I understand it is a balanced ecosystem. You help me, I help you. In as much as I am, if I use your, if I react to your song, bro, you are the circle the
Wait, the song?
The Try Me song.
The Try Me song.
My reaction had 300,000 plus views.
You know, that song was released at dawn.
Yes.
By the time I woke up and went to your channel,
Exactly.
you had done a reaction.
That is the
You know the bed?
bro, that is the passion I attach to my work. You understand?
Don't you sleep?
I mean, when you see we are in a space where we deal with, time sensitive content, So when some of these content like they pop up, you for no wait, you for just so that particular reaction, I think it was 2 a.m.
Yes.
Then I was in the studio with my phone, and we do all these things just to, create content for our audience to consume. Then you have some clueless artist sitting somewhere talking about you are eating off my hustle. Please shut up, bro.
Guys, still here on Showbiz A to Z Joe 99.7 FM. I'm hanging out with my man Kwadwo Sheldon. You can send in your messages right now 055 11 997. And if you have any question for Kwadwo Sheldon, you can do that. Which of his content do you like the most? Is it the breakdown or is it the Ameyaw Debrah? Which one do you like the most? Kwadwo, have you been able to patch up your differences with some of the people that you had beef with in the past?
Yeah, most of the things people see on social media is just on the face value level.
Okay.
Most of these people, me and Teacher Kwadwo be cool. Any person that, unless the person really wants, like Kevin Taylor, me then did that level.
Okay.
Me then go have conversation. I don't have any problem. I'm one of like the coolest guys in the space, bro. I don't have any problem with anybody. More times it's the fans and the people on social media that are trying to entrench some of these conversations. But I don't have, it's, bro, this job hard for me to be harboring that kind of thought against people. Many time.
So when you started from your OMG days, did you see yourself getting here at this time?
Yeah, I've always believed in this hustle and I always give the praise to OMG. They signed me off, from just creating memes on social media. They gave me their platform and they just said, Sheldon, this is your platform. This is the camera. Do whatever you want to do. At some point, people thought I owned OMG because I was writing articles. I was basically in every content that they produce. So people thought I was the owner, but I wasn't the owner. And so they basically created this monster, this media monster. And they, I've always knew this was going to be the outcome. I never go lie. I've always knew, because when you go back like to the tweets that I tweeted back in the days, I want to establish a media platform, a digital media platform. It is not about Kwadwo Sheldon. It's not about skit. It's not about just making people laugh in the comment section. I want to build something where I want to build an ecosystem of, creatives, you understand? And that is what we are doing right now. That has always been what has been ringing in my head. So I've always knew that this was going to happen.
Okay, so you studied at Ho Polytechnic.
Yeah.
What did you study?
Marketing.
Marketing?
Yes.
How are you applying that knowledge to what you do right now?
Beautiful question. So you see, there is in a space that we operate, I feel like more content creators are just interested in the product as the content. Create, put it on platform, and let the platform, the algorithm, do the work. Now, content creation is beyond that. I create the product. We reach 5,000 people, 5 million people every month across 5 YouTube platforms.
Wow.
Now, I make money off YouTube, but how do I market this product? Because eyeballs, and the eyeballs, you can actually transform it to, whatever you want. You can sell it to brands, and if at the end of the day, you give them ROIs where they make sense, you can make a lot of money. Now, how do you pick that product, give it to the brands, and let them understand that this is what you are capable of doing? And so the marketing background has helped a lot. There are conversations that I've had with brands. There are things that I've been able to do that, the way I negotiate, the way I do my placement art, like the kind of, art that I accept on my platform. It has always, helped me in, building myself or building my platform or, servicing my people with the kind of content they want. So yes, marketing actually helped me. Like, I'm not going to lie. School need we all forgo some. Imagine, I mean, because if you don't understand the space that you are in,
Yeah.
you're just going to be another, content creator in a space. So I try as much as possible to, learn the rudiments of the game. It's not just about posting the content and going to sleep.
All right.
It's about posting it, marketing it in the newsfeed, content distribution, everything that comes with content creation. Yeah.
If you were starting this whole journey again, what would you have done differently?
As I said, I'm not proud of some things that I have done in the past with regards to my social media journey. There are some things that I did in the past that I sit back and, I analyze it and I go like, nah, bro, this wasn't worth it. So there are things that I've done that, I would wish that I wouldn't do it. But with this game that I don't have any. No, bro. This is it.
You are moving on.
We did move like Charlie, whatever it is, bro.
All right, guys. Still here on Joy 99.7 FM, Showbiz A to Z. And today I have Kwadwo Sheldon as my special guest ahead of the conversation of marketing Ghana through vlogging and blogging. Now, Kwadwo, one of the people who actually follows your works, and he's our uncle, our grandpa, but he's very current. He's very trendy, and he follows almost everything that happens in this space. Uncle Ken is right here, and when you were talking, he was just watching you quietly. I know he has some things to say. Uncle Ken, Kwadwo Sheldon is here today.
But who told you I follow him?
Oh, I know you follow a lot of people on social media, including the new,
That's
digital media gurus and all that.
That's true. I was just, wondering who told you. I don't engage you in who I follow or who I don't follow on social media. So for you to,
I know my uncle so well. Don't worry.
Nice one. Yes, it's nice meeting Kwadwo for the first time.
Yeah.
I actually got to hear about Kwadwo Sheldon through controversy.
Okay.
I have to be blunt. It's just through controversy.
Controversy, okay.
Because I wake up, I pick up my phone or my iPad, and I go onto Facebook, and something will pop up on my feed about Kwadwo Sheldon and his rants with somebody else, or blah, blah, blah. So I said to myself, who's this Kwadwo Sheldon guy? So each time something of his pops up, I'd click and listen to what has to be said. If it's all about fights and giddy, I go halfway through and I switch off. But I have realized that he has something in him that is worth, following or worth listening to. And he has a mind of his own. That is something I gathered from watching some of his content. I wonder, in lieu of the conversation that we are supposed to have today, I would like to ask Kwadwo whether, I haven't seen any yet, that's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Whether he has actually taken time out to do content to sell Ghana to his worldwide audience, apart from having a dig with somebody or that sort of thing. Content purely aimed at selling Ghana in a particular way to his worldwide audience. I don't know if he has any of that.
Okay. Yeah, Kwadwo. Uncle is asking a question.
So thank you very much, Uncle Ken. I appreciate the kind words, and yes, I'm humbled. But yes, with regards to the question about creating content to sell Ghana out there, the brand Kwadwo Sheldon Studio staff was built on entertaining our audience. So we are basically into entertainment. But so it started with the breakdowns where we react to the Ghanaian songs and then African sounds. Then we have the Hour of the Day that talks about trending social topics.
Right.
So for now we have created 7
Wow.
lines of content. We have expanded the content line from just Yaw of the Day and the breakdown to the KSS events that deals with the festivals, the events that we have.
Wow.
We were recently at the Cape Coast one. What is the name of the
Afashe.
Yes,
Fetu.
there's
Fetu.
the one that they go to the bush to catch the deer.
Oh, the
Winneba.
Winneba one.
Yes.
I'm watching.
Yes. So I mean I couldn't be there, so I have people that are working with me. So we're there to profile the entire festival. That is one of our most viewed videos on Instagram. It has
Nice
about
one.
1.4
Interesting.
Nice one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have the show of the day where we visit, restaurants, we review Ghanaian traditional foods and all these things. We also have, the breakdown that I do. I have created a space for artists to come to my platform and just use my platform to, enhance their, career or whatever they want to do with it. Through my platform, I have been able to. Recently, there was this guy that had the most streamed song on Spotify or Boomplay. What's the name?
Olive the Boy?
Olive the Boy. Olive the Boy.
Olive,
the Boy story started on my platform.
Yeah.
I use my own personal money to organize an EP listening session.
Wow.
Yes. That whole thing
Your
started-
own money?
Yes. So they came to our studio. I saw him. He had it in him. I was like, we are going to put everything that we have. So that was how the whole thing started. So it is not just about, the entertainment aspect. We are expanding. We are learning on the job. So we have gotten to the point where we have a lot of people on board. As I said, with the festivals, with the events, and we are trying to, market what we have to the world. But what I do on my platform is basically born out of, being entertaining people.
Kwame, that's great. I really like that.
Yeah.
It shows that he's focused on what he really wants to do.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, the opportunity arises whereby he can showcase certain
Exactly.
things that will indirectly sell Ghana out there. Like you say, you could visit a restaurant and that kind of thing. I think he should keep at it, because maybe putting his hands into too many issues at the same time might make him lose a bit of focus.
Yeah.
And this is what you do well, the entertainment aspect and the helping youngsters get better in their trade.
Yeah.
So I think you should keep that up.
Thank you.
Do you enjoy the beefs?
I used to. Right now, I think I have outgrown some of these conversations. I used to be happy with the violence.
Yeah.
It comes with the industry that you operate in. Sometimes I always tell people that I don't wake up and instigate.
Right.
I don't start beefs. These people, these grown-ass men and women in the industry. Now, you see, if a 33-year-old artist, a 45-year-old artist is engaging him or herself in a beef, I am in no position to tell the person stop.
Okay.
Your common sense should tell you that where my career has reached, this is not worth it. But when you go inside, we create content that people want. We create what is trending. We talk about what is trending on the hour of the day tonight. Yeah. So obviously I'll talk about it. And of course, I'm not going to sit there and present it like I'm doing BBC. I would,
let me also talk about something.
I would embellish it.
Let me talk about something. You see, let me talk about something. So I would plead on you, so that you don't use the ASS word again, I beg. So I'm apologizing on your behalf to listeners.
Oh,
you can't say anything about that one there, I beg.
I'm very, very sorry.
And then the F1 too.
Yes.
Because I know the content that you create.
Yeah.
And
I'm very, very sorry. I thought...
you have a sense of humor. I don't know how you do it, but anytime you are presenting any of your programs, sometimes you can even take off your shirt and be...
So you see, that is...
Where did you get that one from?
So, as I said, I talk about trending topics. And you can make it entertaining or you can make it boring.
Yeah.
Now, I talk about a things trend. So I go on Twitter and there's a news item about, let's say, when you go to the university campuses, they are charging students exorbitant amount of money for hostels.
Yes.
I know my audience. Yes. So in the course of the presentation, I wouldn't want it to be boring. So I try to, dramatize the whole thing. Try to present it in such a way, say, at the end of the day, it's a serious issue, but there is an element of entertainment.
Humor. Yeah.
I mean, even if I'm going to pass a certain comment that is going to, trigger some form of emotion for you to laugh, that is fine. But at the end of the day, the message has been passed.
Right.
So I just try as much as possible to be entertaining with the content because, see it however you want to see it. The metrics in the background, people come to social media for entertainment. Majority of them.
Yeah.
So either he's coming to your platform to laugh or to cry or to learn something or something like that. what I enjoy doing is entertaining people. So whatever I do, I make sure there is an element of me, and I personalize my content. That is why I said I don't want to do the BBC kind of stuff, because you can't remove your shirt. If I'm doing a breakdown and I feel hot in a room, I can remove my shirt and still do it. I can remove my shoes, do whatever I want to do. That is authentic.
You mean you can't work at Joy FM, man?
You say
you can't work at Joy FM.
You see, imagine presenting here, you remove your shirt. You say, hey, come here. You don't do that over here. You understand?
Yeah.
But the platforms that we operate on, they give you that kind of creative flexibility to do whatever you want to do, so long as it's not going against their guidelines. Yeah.
How easy or difficult is it for you getting interviews from celebrities?
Some of them you have to chase them for like a very long time.
Oh, so, even you could just share them?
Yeah.
Because you bash them.
Oh, it's not about bashing them. So it's the thing is, well, maybe I mean you can premise this. I mean this statement on the fact that maybe I talk about them or however you want to see. But most of them, they just come in and they give you excuses like, oh, I'm busy, I'm doing this. Can we reschedule it? And, you know, they come with all the excuses. But I mean, I'm a patient man. You understand? So I would wait for you, and at the end of the day, when I give you that interview, you are going to feel it. I've interviewed a lot of people. I've interviewed a lot of artists. That is why right now I don't even focus on the mainstream artists. There is this guy that I have been putting on my platform, Ameyaw.
I know him.
I interviewed that guy, and the interview is getting me 100,000 views.
Hey,
just an underground artist with a cult following in the underground, like you know, these people have cult following, and it's crazy.
And I've seen you do a freestyle sort of
with him,
show,
and it's getting 100,000, 200,000.
Okay.
So I mean, the mainstream is saturated. You know what are we going to discuss? I need to tell the story of that guy from Seshi who is, you know, frequenting Accra each and every day just to you know put his content in the newsfeed. And these guys are giving me the name. My studio is basically a platform for emerging artists. All the rappers, the freestyle, they
and
come
you blow
there.
them.
Yes, and they are even giving us the number. So if the mainstream artists are not granting us the interview or giving us access to, you know, their content, no problem. I know where I can go and mine my content, and that is what I do. And since I actually, you know, entered that space of trying to put more emerging artists, bro, it's been a beautiful journey. Some of them, you hear their stories. There was this guy who came to the show and was like, he went for an audition somewhere. He was bound. He walked from that place to his house, which was very, very long. Even some of them are stories. It will bust your mind. You understand? So when you listen to it and you sell that story, with their product. More people, you know, I mean, click on that kind of content and you know they relate to it.
But Kwame, you see, from what Kojo's just saying, he's able to say what he's saying today.
Yes,
because he has built a certain kind of reputation. It is not any Tom, Dick, and Harry blogger who will get up and do what he's doing and get recognition or get views for it. He has worked his way up to a degree where people love him for who he is and accept the content that he brings. So when he introduces these youngsters to his audience, it's intriguing for them to hear from Kojo talking about these guys, and it's a good thing. But that's why I say he seems focused in that sphere.
Exactly.
And he should keep it up and go, because the names of the guys you've just mentioned, I doubt if so many people know about them. But it is through you they will get, like you're saying. So you're helping them and doing a great job. Yeah.
Because you wore a T-shirt some time ago, and you have this inscription on the T-shirt: "Sonyame, Suyanyansa, Bunipa, Difiasem."
I don't even do anything on that. Whatever I listen there. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things. I saw it online. I just printed it in the shirt.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. You know, I mean.
But were you inspired in any way?
Yes, because I mean, Sronyame.
And they will Sronyame.
Sronyame. Also Sronyame.
Yes.
Bunipa, also Bunipa. Suyanyansa. Very, very good. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but maybe I'm not.
It's okay.
You know, it's applicable. I mean, you can apply it to your life.
And do fiasem. But you don't do your fiasem.
Me, I can't do fiasem. Now and then I can't.
You can't do that.
No. I'll go hungry.
Okay, guys, we're still here. Kwadwo Sheldon is a content creator, and he is the creative lead for Kwadwo Sheldon Studios. Which of your programs, contents, gives you the most views?
The breakdown, which is me reacting to the songs.
Yeah.
The hour of the day. Recently, the face off, where we bring the emerging artists for them to battle with the puns, the wordplays. I recently introduced a cartoon character, the Dingo.
Oh, okay.
The cartoon, which is getting a lot of traction on social platforms. So yeah, with me, I think all the content that we've tried to put on our platform, people love, like people actually they consume, and to actually amass 5 million people, to get 5 million people to watch your content is crazy. So that is what we are trying to do. So in order not to look monotonous in the newsfeed, as I said, we have different lines of content. So we just, and at this point it's not about me anymore. It has grown beyond just Kwadwo Sheldon. I have Adjo, I have Scanty, I have Odo.
Yeah.
We do the streets where we go to the street to interview people. We are doing a lot of things on the platform. That is why I want people to know, to understand that this is not just about me just sitting in one corner. We have transformed to a point where I see Joy as a competitor. I see Pulse as a competitor. These are the conversations I want to be in. Don't come and compare me to some Kwanchen YouTuber. The game, the aim, bro, the things we are trying to do, well, you understand. That is what I'm trying, because look at what I have. See, when it comes to thumbnail, when it comes to quality of video, you follow me. You know what we are doing.
We know.
Investment. We've invested so much in equipment, light, everything, to this point that is why I get angry when people are trying to, like, yo, this guy is just in some mood. Bro,
But are you getting your money back, from all these investments?
So so another thing to be that, you see, we are not being funded by anyone. Nobody is giving me money from anywhere. So what we are doing is, the plowback strategy. We make the money off the revenue, the ads, the endorsement. We invest it in equipment. Right now, I have 15 people I work with.
15?
Yes.
And you pay all of them?
All of them on permanent salaries, paying every shit. Hey, God.
Sorry.
It's difficult.
Sorry.
Paying
The language
We are whipping him in line, please.
God, why?
We apologize,
language you're
listeners.
I'm sorry.
From where he's coming
This
from.
is not me.
He would.
There's something.
Yes.
So we have I have a lot of people that I work with now. So it's bigger now. We are doing a lot. We are creating content. We put out about 5 pieces of content every day, cutting across all the platforms, from interviews to the street thing to Hour of the Day to the breakdowns to the show of the
How much do you earn in a month?
Enough.
Enough. I know how you reason. You don't reason like the ordinary Ghanaian who is scared of declaring how much he earns in a month.
Because that information is actually available on,
some of us don't know.
I think Social Baker or something like that. When you go there, they will show you how much every YouTuber in this
country. Okay.
So if they want to know, they should just listen. So it's there. Yeah.
Tell us. I don't know even where to get that thing from. Some of us.
Just go Social Baker. You can key
Social.
Kwadwo Sheldon. You get it. It's there. Every YouTuber in this country, the breakdown is there. So it is not even
It's not any secret thing.
Yeah, but it's, you see, from where we are creating, it is very. You have to do times 10 to get to what people are earning in other countries. For instance, this country, we don't even have access to a super chat on YouTube.
Okay.
That is a feature that you can use to make a lot of money off YouTube when you go live. We don't have it here. Instagram, people, when you go to the other territories, people monetize their real videos. We don't have it. Recently, Elon started paying Twitter creators. How many of them did you see posting from this continent or this country? Nobody. I have applied and I've been waitlisted for how many months? 6 months. So there are a lot of things militating against you, impediment everywhere. So for instance, our CPM, somebody can be in the US, do one video and make let's say $10,000 with the same views that we are getting here. If I do it, I have to shoot 10 videos to make that amount of money. You understand? So a lot of platform dynamics and a lot of factors are militating against us. But at the end of the day, I am glad that I discovered YouTube. I didn't discover it early, but I am glad that I discovered the platform. I am glad that I discovered content creation as a profession, as a career path, and I've never regretted choosing this path. So yeah.
What is that one thing that will maybe drifts you from what you're doing now to do a different thing for a living?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do you know how I just wake up, I go and sit down. Welcome to this episode of Ameyaw Debrah. I'll talk for like, let's say 30 minutes. I get paid. Beautiful work. You understand? There's nothing good. This part, you understand. You see, it gives you that kind of flexibility. I don't see myself I can't do it. So I just wake up. All I need is light, internet, mic, and someone to edit my video.
That's it.
I'm good. It's beautiful, this job.
Now, share the experience with us. So you were once an employee.
Yeah.
Now you're an employer. How is the difference
It's
like?
hard. I remember that day I borrow MTN a quick loan pay. It's hard, you see. So if you want to optimize, if you want quality, for instance, I used to have a problem with my sound. People were, complaining about the
quality.
Of the sound, yeah.
So what did I do? I employed a guy just for my sound. I had a problem with thumbnails. Mr. Beast, that guy spends about $5,000 on a thumbnail. So I had a problem with my thumbnail. One thumbnail, he spends $5,000 because thumbnails are basically like the gateway to your content. The click-through rate. If you are going to get a lot of people click on your content, it's your thumbnail. So he spends so much money on thumbnails. So I had a problem with my thumbnails. I brought in someone to just deal with thumbnails. You understand? So it comes with cost, but I would rather pay someone to do it and be in. I see a lot of comment when you go to my comment section, shouting your video quality, your this and that. Investment. I believe in that. And that is what we have been doing. I don't mind. I don't care. I mean, I've done a lot for myself at this age. I feel like at this point, I just want to, do this thing, scale it to that kind of level. So I just invest, on the right people to do it, and we're good to go. It's not been easy, but I have like my squad. I call them Avengers. They are good. Fish and all the guys.
Yeah.
They are so good with their job, and it's crazy.
And you guys are doing so well. Yeah. Okay, Joy 99.7 FM Showbiz A to Z. Do you have any question for Kwadwo Sheldon? 055-11-11997. Chief Moment is a playwright and a poet, and he is here. When are you interviewing Chief Moment? Don't you interview poets and playwrights?
Oh, I interview everyone.
He's interested in people who have the opportunity to bring in a lot of traction.
Oh, not really, because he interviews underground artists.
Yes, but those underground have strong constituencies that can bring him 100,000 views.
Yeah, but
if he probably interviews Chief Mo, I'm not even sure you get 100.
Yeah, I've interviewed a lot of people. I've interviewed, different kinds of people.
Yeah.
Wow. Chief,
yes.
Have you been monitoring or following Kwadwo Sheldon's work?
I mean, he's ubiquitous on the digital space, so
Bro,
he's unavoidable. And obviously, I've known his work for quite a long time. I mean, he's trended for all the right and wrong reasons particularly, of course. Because, when you are starting up in this digital space, maybe it's a strategy they all understand, controversy sells, But what is important is that when you use controversy to build a brand to a point, you need to transition to become a serious business. And that's what I'm hearing. So you can see that there's a lot of substance to the tomfoolery, in quote, He is a young man who is ambitious. He understands his work. He understands that investing in your craft is most important,
Exactly.
So he doesn't mind to go all out to give you the quality. And he understands that this is his livelihood. So you can see that there's a clear understanding of his industry. There's a clear understanding of strategy. And it is all underpinned by a particular talent. You can be, you just can't sit in front of a microphone and talk and make the numbers and create content that is entertaining. It must be underpinned by a particular substance. And you can see that at least he has that quality or that talent of humor, which is quite evident even in his presentation today. And it is the substance on which all others are added, all the excesses and the embellishments are added to build the brand. But I'm glad that he's gotten to a point where he understands that now he has to transition into a serious business. But every so often, he would also need that controversies to sustain. It's like when you draw parallels with Shatawale, people say he understands that controversy sells, so he has been riding on the bandwagon of controversy. Except that if all your brand is based on that controversy, at a point in time, the audience becomes fatigued, right? So you should know how to deploy controversy strategically in such a way that it doesn't become completely overbearing, to your audience. Other than that, at a point in time, there's nothing new. So for Sheldon, understand that he understands that he needs to diversify, first of all, his craft and his content into different areas, into different topics, and also make sure that he creating a path for himself. And I was very happy that sometimes he's not depending on anybody to build his brand. He's not dependent on the celebrity. Say, if I don't get a Sarkodie interview or a Yvonne Nelson interview, I'm not going to move, right? He's creating his own spaces. Look, if we don't get these big guys, let's create our own path. And he's bringing these underground artists, and they are bringing him the numbers. And of course, Uncle Ken said he had to grow to a certain point. But for me, for every young person, especially in the industry that we find ourselves, where sometimes there are no examples, there are so many impediments, you have to be a pathfinder. You have to create your own path. And that takes a lot of sacrifice and consistency. I'm sure he's been doing this for how many years, could you?
Over 6 years, yeah? 6 years.
Yes, I mean, he's been focused on this. And when he started, it wasn't all rosy at the beginning, right? I mean, I'm sure he had his challenges. I'm sure there were times that maybe he could try to do something else. But over time, he has stayed the course and is beginning to pay. And for him, he hasn't even realized the full potential of the market yet. I'm sure he understands. And he's beginning now to see Joy FM as a competitor, not Simon Kwanche, to quote him, YouTube guy. So it means that he's grown his brand to a very respectable, degree. And I'm impressed that at least he has a vision on how to go forward. I know that controversy is unavoidable for his particular industry, but I'm hoping that as he becomes more matured, and also as he becomes more satiated with his work, in terms of right now he's not completely hungry again. Sometimes when you are very hungry and you are starting forth, there are some things that you have to do, but now at least he's looking fine. He has a place to sleep, he has a nice car he's driving. So in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, he has fulfilled some very basic needs. So now he can afford to be a bit more tempered, and less provocative, even though it is unavoidable in the job that he does. So kudos to Kojo.
Kojo, which of the needs is left for you to fulfill?
Needs need plenty there. I don't catch anywhere yet.
And some woman did the corner there. Some woman did the corner.
As a girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. How many?
One. Now how many? I must have said to me after one pill.
Oh, okay. But would you say you are fulfilled in life?
Oh, not. I mean, I don't catch that level yet, but I feel like, with where we come from and what we have been able to do with, the resources we did for our disposal. I mean, we've done something for ourselves, and I always tell people that it's not about making the money, it's not about making the numbers, it's not about getting the numbers and all these recognitions and awards and everything. But the fact that right now I have a team, I have people that I work with. When you come to our studio, as I said, we are 15 in number. Wow. And I go, these people are just having fun, they are creating, they are doing what they love. And that is the most important thing to me. And occasionally I just use my platform to, recently we did, we profiled this guy on the street, Bermans, who, he sells sachet water to pay the school fees. We profiled him on the YouTube platform. People came in, they donated. They sent money, they sent him money. So right now we are trying to find, he's even thinking of starting his own company. So occasionally we use our platform for some of these things. These are some of the things that it make me happy and things. But for the fulfillment, until I overtake Joy, we die here.
Oh, so we are your targets, eh?
Yeah. Multimedia.
Kwame,
wow.
I'm intrigued about something, Kojo. If you could tell me. When you were starting, what made you decide to choose the English language medium? Because it looked at the time that most people who were gaining traction on those streets were in the vernacular, where they targeted the mass market and kind of. So what made you decide not to follow that path but go in the English direction?
Yeah, so with the Chi audience, when you go on YouTube, the Chi people are getting the numbers. And you see, as I said, this thing that we are doing here is not geographically specific. I have 15% of my audience. It used to be 10. Now we've reach 15% of my audience coming in from Nigeria. If
Good.
I was using the Chi language, it would
Yeah.
have been difficult.
Okay.
There are times that I use
Even Joey Akan mentioned you recently.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I am trying to penetrate. So it's not about Ghana for me.
Okay.
I understand, sir. It's very difficult. See, using English for presentation, especially if you don't script it, it's very difficult. But I try to mix it with the pidgin,
Okay.
That's
which
right.
is
Yeah.
prevalent on the continent
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
how people speak it. So I'm trying to appeal to a wider audience, not geographically specific, but everywhere. You understand?
Okay.
And that is what I'm trying to do. In between times I chip in the Chi and things. It's still my language, but I let the pidgin and the English dominate. Even the banter around English strictly.
Yeah.
All the street English,
yeah.
everything is English on the platform, so that we can appeal to a wider audience. We are trying to create content for a lot of people, not just for our people. So that is what we are trying to do.
And it's working.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
because as I said, when we started, it started with 3%. Then it moved to I think 7%. Right now we are at 15% or something. Nigerian people.
Oh, okay.
Nigerians actually come to my platform to watch. I mean, they want me to create content about Nigerian.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
Are you gonna do that? Are you doing that?
I'm doing it. You see, I've been interviewing you and Joey. I kind of had an issue the last time. We are even trying to, the OMG model, right?
Yeah.
OMG Nigeria, Kenya. We
Yeah.
are trying to do something like KSS Nigeria, KSS Kenya, KSS
Okay.
South Africa.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we get like people there.
Oh, so you are spreading your tentacles to other parts of the
Ghana,
world.
they see a soul. We say it's saturated to. You get to a point where, see, like it's like no. You'll be tired. The space is so saturated. Every day, people are doing the same thing, like what you are doing.
Yeah.
So you need to
Yeah.
explore. You need to get into different territories and give them this kind of content and perspective. So that is what I'm trying to do, because here in this country, what we have been able to do, I feel like we've reached that level where we need to find ways and means to penetrate other boundaries to get our content out there. Otherwise, here. No, Ghana, you side.
What do you have to tell that wannabe blogger or YouTuber out there? Advice.
It makes sense, but then it comes with consistency, hard work, and the fact. See, the excuses they plenty. You can wake up and say there is no money. The YouTube. I mean, with regards to subscribers in this country, getting people to subscribe to your channel, it's one of. You have to do everything. So if you are not giving people value for eyeball, value proposition for them to come to your platform, you wouldn't even be able to get like 1,000 subscribers. It's very difficult. So if you want to do this is a part. I mean, I always tell people, say, if I discovered this thing earlier, like it would be me, Pam. But I mean, it is all good. But this is a part. This is the future. This is what I see. A lot of people. I've inspired a lot of people to come into this space, doing this thing. They are making, or they are, making bread out of this, and it makes sense. But it comes with hard work. I don't remember the last time I even went on vacation, because every day. And the thing is, when you sit down like that, you are just okay with what you are doing. Every day there is someone popping up in that space. YouTube channels everywhere. So you need to be you need to be the thought leader. You need to be leading the conversation, and it comes with putting in a lot of work. A lot. I told you I have 7 lines of content on my platform, all working. Like Face Off like this. We need to bring in people. It's investment. We invested in equipment to some point that we didn't even have money for ourselves, myself and Fish. Bro, so that is what we are doing. It's something that you can do. It is something where it makes sense. It is something that when you apply all these things, you become consistent. You identify the audience, and the reason why you are doing it. It will make sense eventually. Because right now I am seeing it. People are doing it. It's making sense to them. And this isn't just like, or a YouTuber. Nah. This is a career path for me. I don't have anything I do. This is what I wake up and I do, and it pays me. So if anybody out there say you won't become YouTuber, you use me as a point of reference or contact.
Great.
Say, Kwadwo Sheldon did it, so you too can do it, and it makes sense. Unless you say they won't, nah, bro. But I feel like when you put in the work, it's gonna make sense to you. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a message on Twitter from Eric, and he says, what will be his advice to Bongo ideas on Twitter? Okay.
Oh, nah, I can't advise him. I beg. I can't advise him. He should. Onkashin Kudru.
Please, what's the meaning of that? Some of us don't understand.
Say a shame and shame could do me moment there. I'm in no position to advise anybody or to dictate to anyone how they for live them alive. What works, if you think this is the path that you want to be on, that is fine. As I said, I have been there. We've been on that path, and bro, there at the end of the day, what you are doing, see, people are going to reference it. There was a time, let me tell you, there was a time that I did a video when the COVID era.
Okay.
You remember when the Abayan people, the government people, they said, oh, no water bill for some people.
Yeah.
I did a video. I mean, I was lying in a pan or something like that.
Yeah.
I opened the tap on me and things. Till today, people use that video like, bro, you don't have any moral ground to come and criticize anyone, because when they made water bill, I mean, when we're in that space, you as a thought leader, you actually led people to waste water. So you are in no position to come and criticize anyone. People reference it all the time. There are tweets that more often people dig up.
dig it up. Yeah.
You understand? It is a part that you will get the engagement. Cool. Engagement will come. The quoted replies. You can sell the the engagement to the betting companies and make your money. But at the end of the day, consequences day. So media, I'm not going to advise you, but me, the alpha man you sweet there. So Charlie, do if it works for you, fine.
Among the bloggers, who's your best friend?
I don't have a best friend. I don't go out. I just stay in my room and I play games. I don't have a best friend. I have colleagues.
Who's your best colleague, the one you share ideas with?
Fish. That's my partner.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have a personal manager?
I have managed myself for the past 6 years.
Because you are a manager yourself, so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you see, that's what happens. You see, when you learn the rudiments of the job, it becomes easy. If I sit in a conversation with a brand that this is what I'm presenting to you, pay me. You'll be convinced to give me that money. So I have learned the rudiment. It's not about just creating. More, you see me on university campuses talking to students about content creation, how people can leverage on, the digital trends to make money and a lot of things. So I have basically tried to inform myself with the information available with the space that I operate. So I think I'm doing pretty well. So yeah, it's all good. No manager is involved.
All right, Joe 99.7 FM. Yeah, you can also send a message and ask any question that you want to ask Kwadwo Sheldon right here. Today he's here together with other vloggers and bloggers, and we want to look at how we can use their medium for Ghana's image to be out there, how to market Ghana through blogging and vlogging. And we'll be having Ameyaw Debrah, who does more of blogging. We also will be having Kobby Kyei. Kobby Kyei has been embarking on campaigns lately. I've seen his zebra crossing campaign. We'll also be having Sweet Adjeley. She does food blogging more times. Yeah, so we'll be doing that. Ameyaw Debrah is on the line. But let me tell you about this particular topic. Still here, Joy 99.7 FM. Showbiz A to Z is the name of the program. My name is Kwame Dadzie. The show is sponsored by MTN everywhere you go and a Superstar multi-fruit drink. So we all live on the internet, and now you cannot even divorce yourself from what's happening on the digital space. When you go on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere, people are creating content. They are serving us with what they create. And that is why today we have Kwadwo Sheldon and his friends for this discussion. And so today we are looking at marketing Ghana through vlogging and blogging. Let me move straight to Zoom. I think we have Ameyaw Debrah on the line already. Ameyaw. Hello, Ameyaw.
Hello, Kwame.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I trust you're well.
Keeping up.
Great. Ameyaw, how many years have you been doing this blogging thing?
A little over 16 now.
16?
Yeah.
Has it paid off?
Yes, I think so. I mean, to start something, be able to take care of yourself, family, and now to a point where you are employing people. I think in a lot of ways it has paid off.
And what can you say you've been able to achieve with the blogging, apart from your personal gains, how do you think you've been able to impact society with your blogging?
Well, I think being able to start something from my room and now becoming a global sort of a voice in different spaces, waking up and finding emails from establishments all over the world. It's proved that I've been onto something that people appreciate, and I've created a voice that people find relevant and think it can be used for different things. So it's one thing I'm particularly happy about. This year, I mean, I have worked with this UAE foundation for almost 5 years, and consistently they come back and they are happy. And we are doing things that's not so much in the core of what people know me to do. So all of these things add up and makes me feel a little fulfilled.
Ameyaw, what inspires the kind of content that you produce, whether they are write-ups or video productions? What inspires you?
For me, I think last time I made a statement, I think on thread, that people say I'm still color. I still put myself in what I do. So it's something that it's something that I like. So if I'm going to write about something, it must be something that I appreciate. Uh, I want to consume and want other people to consume as well. Uh, uh, I grew up loving entertainment, celebrity news from around the world, and so that was the basis of how I started. And of course, I later branched on into more of lifestyle in addition to entertainment and entertainment that I was doing. So it's usually driven by things that I like, I consume, and by extension, I hope that the audience that I've created would also like to consume. So I always put myself in the picture.
We thrive on numbers now, the clicks, the views, and all that. Why would you continue to produce a particular type of content if you know it's not giving you the views or the clicks?
Well, the thing with me is because we've spread across multiple spaces so much, and so for me, um, I've realized that I get the clicks somewhere else. I may not get the views on another platform, and so mine is to consistently do what I love across the platforms. And so, if it's not doing well on YouTube, it's perhaps doing well on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. So it gives me some sort of room to play around. But if I were starting from scratch, and it would have been a lot more difficult. But fortunately for me, I have all these assets, and so they play out quite well for me to achieve whatever I want to achieve in one way or the other. But I mean, obviously, there's a mass um, market and what everybody else likes, and then there are also those niche sort of markets, and if you're able to combine and target all of that, you still get a good share of the total market, and so that has sort of been my style, and it's working. Apart from YouTube, where I'm struggling, I have to go and beat Kwadwo Sheldon or capture his team so that I can have all that is going well for them to happen for me. I think yes, so far pretty cool. Yeah.
Have you ever set out to maybe produce content that is aimed at projecting society in a very good way, if you like, through your blogging or vlogging?
Oh yes, yes. We do it. We do it across. Sometimes it's initiated by maybe an organization who wants us to do something specific in that direction, and sometimes we by nature of our work come with people who lead us to that direction. We see that somebody is living in some sort of not so good condition, and then we want to throw light on that by using our platform, and it works. I think in more recent times, most people can remember the boy doing Galamsey, that the GMPC Foundation came in to take care of his, giving sort of a scholarship to continue his education. So we do all of that in different measure. Yeah.
All right. Ameyaw is a blogger, and he's an award-winning blogger, has been doing this for the past 16 years. We're still here on Joy 99.7 FM, and this afternoon we're looking at how we can use vlogging to market Ghana to the outside world. We'll also be speaking to Sweet Adjeley, who is a food vlogger. Kobby Kyei is a blogger, and we have Kwadwo Sheldon here in the studio. Kwadwo, let me come to you shortly. So we're talking about how we can use our mediums, vlogging, blogging, to promote Ghana. I know what you do maybe indirectly promotes Ghana in various ways, but can you break it down again to us? Uncle Ken asked you earlier on what you do to promote Ghana through your platforms.
Okay, so first of all, I feel like when we need to, we for be honest with this kind of conversation. I understand we need to make the conscious effort to put Ghana on the map, to put Ghana in the news feed, but we should also let people know the reality on the ground. It's always important to get there, because I have heard stories of, oh, move back home, come back home. They come back, and 2 months, 3 months, they are out. You understand? So if you are trying to put it on, and if there's, see what I talk about on Ameyaw Debrah every day, like, we have issues everywhere. We have, you see stories of Abia, students sitting under trees. There was a time some students were crossing, this river to go to the other town to go and school. The boat capsized. These are stories that I use my platform to highlight some of these things, because I feel like these are, yes, we must sell Ghana, but the Ghana that we are selling, is it sellable? Is it marketable? If you are marketing a product and the product is basically 99% 40, what do you market? If I want to market, let's say, I visited this tourist site in Cape Coast. Bro, the road leading to that particular tourist facility there, see, if they see the potholes, you don't dodge, you choose the one to enter. So with all these things, what do you want me to market? You understand? So you see, let us be honest. I understand we owe it to the country, to the motherland, to put the country on the map. But bro, we are putting the country that we are putting on the map. Is it worth putting it on the map? Are you proud of what you are putting on the map? We have to be serious, because I have seen Michael Blackson wanted to build a school. This guy was on a Twitter basically fighting GRA about, you see a lot of factors. What you are going to sell, no, you sell it like, go and sell Ghana. Okay, you go and sell Ghana, people start punching holes. What do you see?
But isn't it a chicken and egg situation? Can't we start from somewhere?
Okay.
Can't we influence something to come out of this? Okay, as in, so we charting the path and then throwing a spotlight on what is sellable.
And I'm saying, so that's what I'm saying. So if we are trying to sell the country, then the people that are supposed to help us sell it, they should help us. Big man, they should help us, because if you give me a product to sell and I take the product to the market and the product is 40, who I could blame? What I will tell the people I will sell to? We have a lot of things that we need to fix. Let us put ourselves in that position whereby what we are selling, they make sense. Not be say people come in, they come and taste the environment, they experience the environment, then their mind boards, then they go back. There is no point here. Because we can see the tourist sites that you are marketing. Do you know the roads leading to that place? Have you seen the roads? You come and tell me, sell Ghana.
I'll come back to you, Kwadwo. Let me go to Ameyaw and ask him again. Ameyaw, do you agree that Ghana is not sellable?
I think Ghana is sellable. I think Kojo is looking at it in too much of a broad sense. I would look at it in small specific things. So, for instance, if I'm writing about Ghanaian musicians, I am marketing those musicians to my audiences around the world. If I am marketing a restaurant I did last week, I did in Sonam restaurant. If I do a feature on it, I'm marketing it to Ghana and the rest of the world. So I don't think of it in that grand scheme like I am projecting and selling Ghana, but you sell it from a point. There's something we're talking about, and then it grows. So that's the talking point that leads to the bigger conversation globally, and not so much about Ghana. I mean, when Asaka people were buzzing, it was something that they were doing, and that became the vehicle through which Ghana, the music itself, and then Ghana large on the larger sense was also getting noticed by some people. So I wouldn't want to look at it like the way Kojo is looking at it, but I'll break it down into various small vehicles and then to bigger segments and then upwards. Yeah.
So can you break them down for us, and then we proceed?
Yeah, so I mean, there are people doing things in music that need to be promoted. There are people doing things in fashion that need to be seen by the world. There are people doing things in art, painting, that should be seen through to by the world. Food, all of those things. So those little elements are the things that we are marketing, that we are projecting, and in the end, it connects the dots and sells Ghana. I mean, recently, Hilda Basi was cooking, doing a cookathon, and although it was something small and from perhaps a cooking space, she managed to capture the attention of the world to herself, but also to Nigeria. And that is the way I want to look at it. Yeah.
Thank you. Hang in there, Ameyaw Debrah. Let me go to Sweet Adjeley. Before I go, and blogger Jibril Jabesi says hi to all the bloggers here and that he's enjoying the conversation. Let me go to Sweet Adjeley, who is a food vlogger based in the US, a Ghanaian. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sweet
Good
Adjeley.
afternoon. I thought they said I was coming on at 1, so I wasn't ready. It's Saturday morning, and we're here getting the things
oh.
together. No, but I'm here. I'm here.
Great. Sweet Adjeley, so how many years have you been doing this food vlogging on YouTube?
So this year marks 6 years.
Oh, 6 years.
Yes.
And how has the experience been so far?
Oh, so far so good. I cannot complain.
How did it start, and what inspired you to start this journey?
So in school back in Ghana, I did home economics. So cooking, I wouldn't say that it was my favorite thing, but I took up home economics because I wanted to become a flight attendant. And back then, I don't know about now, but back then, to be a flight attendant, you have to take up home economics. So that's what I took into my secondary school before traveling out. And then I continued in the New York restaurant school. And so I also did hair, and I did it very well. So initially, I didn't know what to do on my channel. I wanted to do hair, and I also wanted to cook. But at a point, I realized that people loved my cooking. And my tips were practical to them. So I decided to stick to the one that the people are loving. I didn't really start my channel based on Ghana because the type of things I was cooking were Ghanaian food. So I was trying to market it to the outside world because in my head, if I'm a girl and I know how to cook, every girl must also know how to cook. That was what I thought. But then there are some that already know how to cook, but they want to polish it. And then there are those that find my cooking way a little easier than what you said their parent taught them. So some of them decided to use my methods and my way. Okay, I was trying to turn the camera on, so I was getting my
Great,
together.
great.
And so once I started, although I didn't intend for it to be in Ghana, it ended up being in Ghana. So once I realized that Ghanaians are, well, I guess the algorithm took me to Ghana. So because the algorithm took me to Ghana, as usual, as a vlogger, you want to cater to your followers. So they request, you make. They request, you make. So then I'm in Ghana now. Although I don't live in Ghana, everything I'm doing is in Ghana.
What percentage of your demography is Ghana, and which one is outside Ghana, foreign?
Okay, so I have about 65% Ghana, and then from Ghana it's Nigeria, about 10%, and then it'll go to like the UK with another 10%. The US is just about 5% for me. So it's like I love to watch Ameyaw Debrah, Kwadwo Sheldon, everybody in Ghana. Because when we're outside Ghana, we miss the things in Ghana. And when you are in Ghana, I don't know. I can't say for myself, but I feel like people in Ghana want to see what's going on here, and people here want to see what's going on in Ghana. So, yeah.
Have you at any point in time been tempted to do content that will satisfy people in the US and in the UK, other parts of the world, other than Ghana, to balance the equation, if you like?
No. I realized that I was being appreciated in Ghana. So, and I also realized that we're here today because we're talking about things that will promote Ghana and also put Ghana on the map. And that's my home. You know, they always say that you can take the girl out of the village, but you can't take the village out of the girl. Although I came here when I was, excuse me, although I came here when I was 17 years old, I'm as Ghanaian as can be. Because I have kids here that don't say sponge. They say kocha. They don't say undershirt. They say singlets. They will go to school and say singlets, and their friends will say, what is singlets? They don't say, they'll say pluto, because there are certain things that I speak to my children, although, and I think it's something with the Ga tribe too. We mix a lot of English with the Ga language. Even my grandmother never went to school, will be speaking Ga, and certain things, if you ask me how it's said in Ga, I don't know, because I always have to say it in English. So I have children here that want to eat light soup, banku fufu. My kids don't know how to eat. Well, I can't say they don't know how to eat American food, because now as they're getting older, they're appreciating American food more. They're going away to school. They can't come home every day to eat, so they'll eat, you know, American food. But my kids usually are requesting for the banku and okra soup, and my daughter's favorite is the fufu with the light soup and stuff like that. So although I'm in the US, I'm as Ghanaian as they come.
Have you had comments or reports from people who consume your content on YouTube, telling you about how they've maybe fallen in love with the Ghanaian food that you cook on YouTube? Have you gotten any of those comments?
Foreigners or Ghanaians?
Non-Ghanaians, please.
I have plenty of those. So, although my demography is huge in Ghana, outside I have the people that are married to Ghanaians, and somehow they feel the way I teach, it's easier for them to follow. And then when they do make the recipe, it comes out good. But I always say that you may eat my food today and it will be horrible for you, but you will follow my same process and it'll be perfect, because I always tell people use things according to your taste. For instance, my brother comes to my house. When I serve him, he'll first grab the salt because he knows that this soup that I'm about to have will not have enough salt. Meanwhile, my kids and husband, they're biting their fingers off because it's so good. It's our acquired taste not to use too much salt. And then there are people that use a lot of salt. So I can teach all I want. You could be getting it and be like, oh my gosh, Sweet Adjeley is the best cook, but you eat my food and actually not like it. So whenever I'm cooking for people, I think sometimes it ends up a little salty, but that is for me because the people think it's okay. So when people try my recipes, my favorite part, the last time I said this on an interview and I got in trouble, my favorite part is some of the men that will say that, oh my gosh, I left Ghana, I left my mom, I didn't know how to cook, and because of you, I'm cooking. At times I get videos telling me how they're cooking because of me. Sometimes they're frying tobe, they'll make a video and send to me. There's been a couple of people, but one of the emails that stood up to me the most was, I think about a year into my YouTube journey, this man contacted me and he was so appreciative at the fact that his wife is cooking so well, something that was about to destroy their marriage. Because of me, their marriage is saved. And in
Wow.
saying that, oh yes, and I'm glad that now some men are also in the kitchen surprising their wives, like, oh, because of you today, I surprised my wife with jollof. She couldn't believe it. And it makes me happy because I think we are stuck in the ways of women and the home chores and the cooking. So if because of my simple way of cooking, some men, let me not get myself in trouble again, some men are cooking for their wives and their kids.
Great.
Because honestly, to me, a man cooking for a woman is sexier than anything I could think about.
I do that a lot.
Oh, that's good. Kudos.
Okay, thank you, Sweet Adjeley. Please don't go. Stay on and let me speak to Ekow Simpson. He does a lot of travel vlogging and blogging. Hello, Ekow. Hello, Ekow. Hello. Okay. All right. So we're still here talking about how to market Ghana through vlogging and blogging. And let me speak to Kobby Kyei. My brother, how are you?
Hello. Okay.
You good? I think Ekow is on, but Ekow, please give me a minute. I'll come back to you. Let me speak to Kobby Kyei in the studio now. And I must say that I've seen your zebra crossing campaign and it's going on so well. What inspired that?
Thank you so much. Let me say a very good afternoon evening to everyone who is doing the lesson right now, and to your team for a wonderful, discussion, and to my big men in the studio. I think that what actually inspired me was the fact that growing up in school, I was taught about the zebra crossing, how pedestrians and drivers have to respect the zebra crossing. And now becoming somebody that have a voice in society, I still notice that we still have that cancer, or the fact that people, drivers and pedestrians, still don't give respect to zebra crossing. So I said that as part of my influencing journey as a blogger who have been able to accumulate a certain number of people on social media, that I have a voice and a say. Let me also use my platform to start this campaign, which is the respect for zebra crossing. And so it has actually been so smooth and so well. And back to your question, what actually inspired me was my environment when I was growing up, and I saw that drivers and pedestrians in general, in Ghana, generally, we don't respect zebra crossing. So why don't I start this campaign on social media to educate drivers and to everyone, and not just on social media, tweeting and putting out words out there for people to respect it. Now me moving into the space of where the lines are, into to educate drivers. I mean, I was at Medina Zongo Junction. I go there often, and I've been to New Botiano, I've been to Achimota High School. So most of the vibrant zebra crossing lines where there are a lot of student crossing, I've been in that space myself, making sure that I educate drivers and students and everybody to respect zebra crossing. I mean, like Kwame Nkrumah did. We respect and appreciate Kwame Nkrumah because he started a certain revolution. So sometimes I feel that we don't even need the masses. Kojo has been able to use his platform single-handedly to start a revolution of how content creation should be in a certain direction. And so for me as a blogger, why don't I also start that revolution of changing the mindset and the perception about drivers respecting zebra crossing?
Good one. That is a good one. And how far do you intend to take this campaign?
As long as that I've been able to, I'll be able to change. I watched the late president, Ms. Arthur's wife speaking on one of the platforms, and he said that if you are even changing the mindset of a single person, that alone is very significant. So I am looking at doing this for a very long time, and if I am able to inspire few people. I saw a tweet from NYDJ yesterday saying that he actually respects zebra crossing, but anytime that he gets to the line, Kobby Kyei comes to mind. And I've seen several people telling me that anytime they see zebra crossing, Kobby Kyei comes to mind. It means that I am using social media to advocate, and it is making headway. So I'm going to do it till perhaps I see that it is changing the narration, and people are also respecting zebra crossing. Having said that, again, I feel that I can do the advocacy, but again, the authorities must also come on board to make sure that they fix the faded lines. Because, I mean, when I travel and I see zebra crossing faded, the energy at which they come to fix it is crazy, because they respect human lives. But in Ghana, when Obama came to Ghana, and during his speech, he said that if you want to build Africans, if you want to build your economy, make sure that you pay attention to your institutions. And I find it very worrying to see that people are getting paid to make sure that the faded zebra crossing lines are fixed, and they are not going on the field to inspect whether the lines are faded or they are still as it is. And so for me, I feel that we've got a long way to go, but we still have to, as bloggers, as influencers, we must also add our voices to some of these issues. So I'm using your medium again to plead with authorities to make sure that they fix the faded. I know Joy, a lot of big men listen to Joy, and Joy goes
even
to a lot
the
of
president listens. The president
yes,
himself listens
exactly.
to Joy FM.
So I am begging the authorities. A lot of faded, a lot of zebra crossings or crosswalks have been faded, and nobody is paying attention to it. Please, let's do the needful.
So these are some of the things Kobby Kyei is using blogging to do, through the spotlight on things affecting society. That's a good one. Let me try to see if I can speak to Ekow Simpson and I come back in house. Ekow. Hello?
Yes, sir.
My brother, how are you?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm great. Are you still on the road, or you are in Ghana? Or you are on the road in Ghana?
Yeah, I'm on the road in Ghana.
Okay, where have you traveled to? Which tourist sites are you right now?
Come again?
Which tourist site are you right now? Where are you? Okay. Let's go on. Let's go on.
If you're asking me,
It's
which
okay.
tourist sites I'm going right now, I am heading towards one private tourist scenery that is being created by a good friend of mine who also teaches African music and dance here in Cape Coast, in a place, in a village called
Hello? Okay, Ekow Simpson is a travel vlogger. We're trying to just find out from his side how he's also promoting travel and tourism through vlogging. Let me come to, we've listened to Sweet Adjeley and listened to Kobby Kyei. We've listened to Kwadwo Sheldon. Let me come to Ameyaw Debrah. Let me come to you, Chief, for a moment. Do you think that our vloggers and bloggers can actually use their mediums or media to project Ghana in any way? Is it possible?
I mean, I think they actually do so. Probably even more than traditional media. I think that if you accumulate the combined effect of blogging, vlogging, and whatever gangs that will come in the future, I think that the combined effect of promoting the country, its tourist potential, various destinations is probably more than government itself, can do or is doing. I mean, every time you're on Instagram, there's some vlog, or that's video is vlog, right? Yeah. There's some vlog about a new restaurant in town, a new resort here, a new activity here, and some of them that you probably would never find out of, especially if you're an indoor person like myself and Kojo, right? So it is through these platforms that we actually get to discover. And I mean, yeah, when I was being coming, I stopped by a new place I saw in town to buy some chicken. There are 3 pieces. I was bringing Anita one, but after eating the 2, the one looked miserable and it didn't look presentable enough. So I had to consume it. That's why I left earlier.
So why are you telling us now?
No, I'm trying to tell you that.
You see this guy.
So I think that if you look at it, I mean, as organically, I think that field or that area is actually promoting Ghana. And why is it that Ghana is also considered, especially when it comes to December, a hot tourist destination, or at least the place to be, or in quote, the party destination? It's because of all of the videos that people are posting on social media. So people who are doing it as a career, and just people who are just posting pictures and videos. I mean, they come for the Afro Nations and the Afro Chellers, and they are taking pictures. They are going restaurants. Even one of the things I'm beginning to realize that even hair braiding. I recently saw a video of a lady who said she came to Ghana purposely because she wanted to braid her hair. As a salon where they are known for their impeccable braids. So these things, I think that they are already playing a very crucial role in the image that we are crafting for ourselves. I mean, Kwadwo Sheldon said that what is there to sell? But I like the way Ameyaw Debrah nuanced it. Obviously, his objective necessarily when he sits down on a daily basis, not like I'm promoting Ghana, right? It's someone is paid within the arm of our extensive governance to do that. That is not his job. That is not Ameyaw Debrah's job. But the effect of what they do invariably is promoting the country in a way. Even the controversies sometimes puts the nation's a name on the platform or on the global scene. I mean, obviously, every country will have its problems. I mean, if you go to America, they have serious issues of gun violence, right? But that will not prevent people from going. South Africa is one of the most crime-ridden countries in Africa. Uncle Ken, I'm right? Yes.
Yeah.
But South Africa is also one of
Very
the
true.
biggest tourism destinations in Africa. So yes, every country will have its problems. I agree that in order to sell our nation deliberately, there are certain things we have to do, and we've been discussing that on this platform about how to improve our tourism potential. But even as we are improving our tourism offering and potential, we can also shy away from the fact that a lot of work is being done by people who are not even contracted to do it anyway. And in developing a master plan for Ghana's tourism, the government should already look at areas that are promoting the country. So if you have a $200,000 budget, would you go and give it to CNN to play a video that will have absolutely no impact, I think, in quote, or at least some marginal impact? Or would you rather say, okay, I have a $200,000 budget to spend. Let me bring together 100 bloggers. Let me give Kwadwo Sheldon some $5,000 or $10,000. The impact alone, that little amount, can create the experiences, the hype. So these are low-hanging fruits that I think that when we're thinking about promoting our country and its tourism potential, you should begin to think about, right? These are people who are already promoting us in a way. These are people who look at this Nkrumah mausoleum that has been, put out there. You can see the number of people going, sharing pictures, vloggers going and say, today in this edition of my experience at Nkrumah mausoleum, these are the things that will sell you. So if you don't don't have the big budget to do the CNNs, whatever little that you have, let's see how we can deliberately now rope in these people who are already organically promoting the country through their platforms.
Let me come to you, Uncle Ken. Do you agree with what Chief is saying? That the
wholeheartedly
government
agree
should
with Chief.
get these people involved, vloggers and
wholeheartedly
bloggers?
agree with Chief, because the point Chief made was the fact that these bloggers and vloggers are actually selling more than, other institutions
Platforms,
that are
yeah.
supposed to be doing these things do. When you interviewed Ameyaw,
Yeah.
actually, I wanted to commend Ameyaw
Okay.
on something. I raised my hand, but
Okay.
and later on Ameyaw himself mentioned what I wanted to commend him on. It was about his documentary on Nsuonam.
Did he say Musuonam or
Nsuonam.
Insomnia.
I like the name. It's a bit of a handful or a mouthful to mention, but I was so intrigued when I saw that documentary. This is a place in cantonments, in the heart of cantonments, that has a Congolese chef and a Caribbean mixologist. And everything they do there, the decor, the food, the drinks that they serve there, Ghanaian and African, so to speak. I mean, the mixologist says that she is dealing with mixtures, cocktail mixtures, that she goes to the Nima market to buy. She's from the Caribbean, oh. She goes to the Nima market to buy spices, sobolo, and all those things, and she uses these things in her cocktails. And when Ameyaw was describing the people who go there and the cocktails that they serve, and if you watch the documentary, you'll be so amazed. I sent this documentary to a friend of mine in the States who's coming home to Ghana this summer.
Oh, nice.
And when he watched it, he said to me, Ken, I showed this to friends in my office, and everybody's so excited about the kind of the fish. The chef goes to Tema Market, those places, and deals directly with the fishmongers to buy the fish and the different species of fish that. And you know something he said in that documentary that amazed me? He says, Ghana has the best fish in Africa.
Oh, wow. That alone is a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
That alone is something that will move people to come
Come to Ghana and eat fish.
Or whatever.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And I commend Ameyaw for that documentary. It was brilliantly done. The pictures, the settings, everything about it was superb. Kobby, I've seen Kobby's sign.
Before you move from Ameyaw, then there's one thing left for you to do then. Which is
I
to
want to go
ascertain
there.
for yourself.
Yes.
And then with such a vote of confidence, it's only proper
Chief.
that if anyone knows the management of Nsuonam, let them know that they
Chief,
have to extend an invitation
I'm going there
to
to
the panelists and oh, you are going to
Yes.
by yourself or
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
I was so impressed, that a Congolese chef will come to Ghana and be so interested in Ghanaian fish and food,
curating the food,
and everything there is Ghanaian.
Uncle Ken, hold on to your going tomorrow. I think that we'll get the official invitation, and we can go there as a group so that we
No, I'll go there with my producer.
Yes. No. I think we should do
We
that.
will go
Through
first.
Ameyaw. Through Ameyaw.
We will go first.
and then we'll come
we
and
bring
radio.
the
And then you
feedback.
come
then
and tell us.
Yes.
We'll come and radio. If you are doing voice, how is it called? If you are doing, is it also vlogging?
Is that
Yeah,
what,
yes.
Voice and video is vlogging, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
And everybody,
No,
look.
video is vlogging.
Video is vlog. Video.
Yeah,
Okay,
video
the voice is
vlogging.
what?
People do voiceovers and things, but yeah. I
Okay,
don't-
Oh,
that's not
Ameyaw's
good.
documentary on. Everybody should go and watch that
Okay.
documentary. It's so,
Okay.
But again, Sweet Adjeley.
Yeah.
Sweet Adjeley is somebody that I also got to know about on the social media.
Yes.
And I just love her presentation. And I love Ghanaian food. I am a sucker for Ghanaian food. I do not like junk food. So Sweet Adjeley's kind of, methods, cooking methods, something that I'm interested in. And I like to cook myself.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I like such things. And I also like to commend her to every single person that you have spoken to this afternoon on this matter is doing something in a certain direction
to promote
and
what is
impacting
Ghanaian
society. And I commend them all.
Wonderful. Great. Let me try to speak to Ekow again. Hello, Ekow. Okay. It appears Ekow's network is disappointing him, but we tried to link up with him and speak to him on his experience regarding travel vlogging.
I can hear you.
You can hear me now.
Yes, I was driving, so I had to stop and then talk to you.
You see, that's the right thing you needed to have done. Okay, thank you so much for doing that for us. And you told us, you said earlier on that you were at a place.
Yes, before that, I want to say good evening to all the beautiful people there. Yes, so I am heading to one of the private tourist sites that is being launched today by a friend of mine in Cape Coast after Abra or Kakomodo. That is where I'm going right now.
Okay, so in your work as a travel vlogger, what motivates you to put your camera on a particular location?
Okay, so mine has to do with being specific. Okay, so me coming from Central Region, and then with the idea that we want to project Ghana, I decided to really stay within my region and start talking about my region, because I heard some brothers say that what is there to promote in Ghana if certain infrastructures are not put in place. But I believe that if I'm from Ghana or if I'm from Central Region, there are a lot, about 1 million content that I can create from Central Region. So until I am done with putting Central Region, which is my region, out there, then I don't see why I have to go beyond it. Now, this is my personal opinion, because if we want to project Ghana, I feel like people should be educated and should be motivated to sell their community. When you sell your community, then you are selling your territory, your area. And then when you are selling that, then you are selling the region at large. So if Northern Region is doing that, Volta Region is doing that, Central Region is doing that, then we will say that, okay, there are a lot for us to project. But mostly, we neglect where we come from and the things that we have here that we can project to other people. It can surprise you that even within Cape Coast Central Region, someone born and bred here has never been to the castle or has never been to the Kakum National Park. So how do we domestically motivate these people to partake in tourism? That is the first one. Now you asked what motivates me to take my camera and show it to people. I am a teacher by profession. I teach in a basic school in a village. That was 2008. That was the first time I had to leave Cape Coast, my urban city, to go and live in a rural community as a teacher. I felt that there were a lot of things even us in the city didn't know about those in the rural communities. So my YouTube channel really started from me showing the local Ghanaian people who are living in the cities, how these people survive, work, make money, and do whatever they have to do in a village where we wouldn't want to go and live. So that is where my YouTube idea started from. And it has grown to me showing other rural places or other places within Africa to the world to show that, hey, people are living it. And even though they don't have the pizzas there, the poolside and everything, but they are still living it. Yeah.
Okay, so Ekow, when you go to all those places and then you take videos and you post on your channel, what is the reception like? What do people say about it? People from outside Ghana who watch those videos.
You know, there's this movement of African diaspora wanting to come to the motherland. My videos has really been like a source of information and motivation for these people. They are very much happy when they see how we do things here. and how they can relate to, how they can get adjusted if they really want to move to the motherland. So my videos has been like a go-to, like a reference to a lot of outsiders who have decided to move to Africa.
Okay, Ekow, please hang in there. We'll come back to you. But let me speak to Ameyaw and find out from him if he agrees that government or bodies within government responsible for tourism, art, and culture should maybe include in their budgets people like Ameyaw Debrah, Kwadwo Sheldon, Kobby Kyei, Ekow Simpson, Sweet Adjeley to promote tourism and culture.
All right, thank you.
Yo, Ameyaw. Okay, I don't know if Ameyaw heard that question, but can I pass this question to Sweet Adjeley?
Okay.
All right, still here on Joy 99.7 FM. Adjeley, can you please answer that question for us?
So, for government to put us in their budget, that would be great. But their support, for the most part, to me, is more important than any financial aspect. For us to know that the vice president saw my content and shared it because I made fufu and it's on his page. Maybe that is asking for too much, but we are from a third world country that we're trying to promote. So if we're trying to promote our third world country, social media is like a blessing to us. When I was growing up in Ghana, what we have today, we didn't have. So if we are able to have people in higher places appreciate us, I have seen on social media where Michelle Obama has shared a vlogger's video, and the video goes viral. It doesn't just help the content creator, it helps other people see that, you know, our leaders and our, maybe I should put it more as stars, people that have made names for themselves, because no matter what we do, we may be seen as stars to the people that follow us and love us. But until our government see the need for what we're doing, until our government sees that what we're doing is actually helping Ghana, it's just us earning a living by putting Ghana out there. But if we can get the push from them to say we approve of it, we love what they're doing. Oh, there's this product, I'm going to give it to Kwadwo Sheldon, or there's this, sometimes in Ghana, at least that's what I know, if you have a family member in government, then you're good because they can push you. But us in the social media, putting Ghana out there, I think we are even louder than regular media because social media is everywhere. So if we're putting Ghana out there and there's a project that you feel, oh, if I use Kwadwo to do it, don't just use Kwadwo to do it because you want them to push your stuff, but use Kwadwo to do it so that Kwadwo knows that you're appreciating what he's doing. It seems whenever government or something comes to us, it's what we can do for them. At this point, I'm not in Ghana, so I don't get used a lot or at all in things of Ghana because I'm not there. So what can we do to help the people out there putting Ghana's name on the map? Because no matter what we do, I put my food, I'll write authentic Ghana kinky. Ghana is there. When you go on social media now and you try to tag Ghana, I say on Instagram, if you do the hashtag Ghana, I think it's just about 10 million. If you do hashtag Nigeria, it's like 20 million. They're bigger than us. So it's expected. But we need that push. I go to Kwadwo's videos and I check out the shares. And then I'll go to a Nigerian vlogger's videos and I'll check out the shares. they're always leading us. And when you check the shares, they're not just being shared by Nigerians. Some Ghanaians are sharing it too. So we need to educate not just the government to help us, but our people to support, share, push, and it will, push us to do more or put more out there. We don't want it to be we're doing it for us. We want to feel proud now that we're doing something for Ghana, and Ghana is acknowledging it.
Thank you so much, Sweet Adjeley there. Please hang on, don't go yet. We have a lot to talk about on this show today.
Okay.
And we're talking about how to use vlogging and blogging to market Ghana. And we have Kwadwo Sheldon, who is the creative lead for Kwadwo Sheldon Studios. We have Kobby Kyei, is a blogger and also online. Ameyaw Debrah is a blogger. Sweet Adjeley is a food vlogger. Ekow Simpson is a travel vlogger. All right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Show produced by Philip Nye and sponsored by MTN Everywhere You Go. Superstar multi-fruit drink. But let me ask, before I even go for a break, when I come back, I'll be asking my vloggers and bloggers if any of them has been approached by any government institution to help them push anything at all. Maybe they've had some meeting, we don't know, but we'll be talking about that right after this break.
In partnership with National Theatre and Joy FM, Roverman Productions present I Like What You Like, an original Ebo White play.
Hey, Kwesi Trumpet, what kind of misfortune follows you so much that when your rich auntie dies in the US, the only thing she leaves you is her ashes? Boy, you won't keep that thing in this household. Put it outside the gate and regard it as wakekeeping. Or you can use it for tea. Your here needs your share.
Well, his auntie named him a sole beneficiary to her estate.
I am his wife. How much is it worth?
Roughly $350 million.
Wow, Auntie Frida! Oh, Kwesi, we cannot leave her outside the gate. She will feel cold. Let us keep her on the dresser in the guest room and ensure she gets a befitting burial. Oh,
Shows at the National Theatre on July 7th, 8th, 9th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Friday at 7 p.m. Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. Tickets available on the short code *365 *535# and all the usual outlets. 150 Ghana cedis. Sponsored by Ebony Condoms, Gino, GCB, and M Notify. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Gripping conversations, business opportunities, and inspiring life stories in the engine room. We have it all. Tune in to Springboard, your virtual university with Reverend Albert Okran, this Sunday at 7 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM, Facebook, and YouTube. Catch the repeat telecast on Joy Prime every Saturday at 9 a.m. Sponsors: Enterprise Group, MTN Pulse, UMB Bank, and Central University. Media partners: Joy FM, Joy Prime, and Graphic Business. Springboard. Your personal value will shoot up.
Guys, gather around. I want to surprise Wifey on her birthday this year by taking her to Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So you think I can't afford it? So you are laughing. Watch the TV. Breaking news! Your dream of exploring Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia, especially on the Bali Island, is here. And the Dancy Travels is making it possible with the Asia Cruise and Land Vibe Tours. It's 10 days of nature, fun, and adventure from 21st to 31st August at a cool rate of $3,750 per person and $7,450 for a couple. Your flight, hotel accommodation, daily breakfast, cruise, tours, airport transfers, visa, and travel medical insurance are all sorted. Celebrate our 10th anniversary with us. Visit at dancytravels.com or call 0595 500 817 or 0556 310 404 to book your spot. At Dancy Travels, fuel life's beauty.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
and send tweets,
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
The journey to the 8th EMY Africa Awards has begun. It is time to celebrate the men who've made a difference and keep striding. Join us for the live nominations announcement on Sunday, the 16th of July 2023 at 6 p.m. on Joy Prime TV, Joy 99.7 FM, and on YouTube via the EMY Africa Network channel. The 8th EMY Africa Awards, inspiring greatness.
In partnership with National Theatre and Joy FM, Roverman Productions present I Like What You Like, an original Ebo-White play.
Hey, Kwesi Trumpet, what kind of misfortune follows you so much that when your rich auntie dies in the US, the only thing she leaves you is her ashes? Boy, you won't keep that thing in this household. Put it outside the gate and regard it as wakekeeping. Or you can use it for tea. Your here needs your share.
Well, his auntie named him a sole beneficiary to her estate.
I am his wife. How much is it worth?
Roughly $350 million.
What? Oh, Auntie Frida. Oh, Kwesi, we cannot leave her outside the gate. She will feel cold. Let us keep her on the dresser in the guest room and ensure she gets a befitting burial. Oh,
Shows at the National Theatre on July 7th, 8th, 9th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Friday at 7 p.m. Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. Tickets available on the short code *365 *535# and all the usual outlets. 150 Ghana cedis. Sponsored by Ebony Condoms, Gino, GCP, and M Notify. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
The journey to the 8th EMY Africa Awards has begun. It is time to celebrate the men who've made a difference and keep striding. Join us for the live nominations announcement on Sunday, the 16th of July 2023 at 6 p.m. on Joy Prime TV, Joy 99.7 FM, and on YouTube via the EMY Africa Network channel. The 8th EMY Africa Awards, inspiring greatness.
Despite swearing never to return to the International Monetary Fund after the 16th program for a bailout, Ghana went back to the fund for a 17th program. The effects, a painful debt restructuring and aggressive tax reforms, have brought untold hardship to businesses and consumers. This edition of the Joy Business Thought Leadership Series will seek to examine the impact of Ghana's 17th IMF program and government's policy initiatives to revive the economy in the mid-year budget review. Speakers, Professor Godfred Bokwin, economist and professor of finance at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Humphrey Ayimdake, President AGI, Dr. Joseph Obing, President GUTA, Mark Bedu Abwaji, CEO, GNCCI, Yao Apialate, Partner, Financial Advisory, Deloitte Ghana, Edward Karaway, General Secretary, General Agricultural Workers Union, and Noong Falong, CEO of Etheria. Date 18th July 2023, time 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The program will be live on the Joy News channel and Joy FM and all Joy Business social media handles. The Joy Thought Leadership Series is powered by Joy Business with support from Joy FM and Joy News.
There's going to come a time that the church will rise as the highest of all the mountains, and saviors will be raised in the church to deal with the world system. And let it be now. We need to have a national focus. We don't have to lose this ambition, or else we work against the Great Commission.
They are equipped in righteousness, the agenda to possess the nations. Welcome to an equipping center of the word and prayer on Pentecost Hour. Pentecost Hour comes to you on Joy 99.7 FM, 1:30 p.m. every Sunday.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is. Where the laughter is. And sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Gripping conversations, business opportunities, and inspiring life stories in the engine room. We have it all. Tune in to Springboard, your virtual university with Reverend Albert Okran, this Sunday at 7 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM, Facebook, and YouTube. Catch the repeat telecast on Joy Prime every Saturday at 9 a.m. Sponsors: Enterprise Group, MTN Pulse, UMB Bank, and Central University. Media partners: Joy FM, Joy Prime, and Graphic Business. Springboard. Your personal value will shoot up.
Here's when we turn around. Here's where we turn around.
Still right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Show sponsored by MTN everywhere you go. And MTN has a message for you. Have you ever wondered how to subscribe to a particular MTN service and how to view, add or cancel your mobile subscription all from one place? Just dial star 175 hash to access and manage all your subscriptions everywhere you go. Now you are brave, you are confident, you are determined, and you deserve this. Treat yourself with a bottle of Puma drink. Yes, Puma drinks are specially made for you. Enjoy Puma drinks in cola and orange. Puma drinks got you and your whole friends and family covered. You deserve to be celebrated every day, so grab a chilled bottle for proper enjoyment. Last, the hassle will pay off. Puma drinks, a whole new vibe, best served chilled. And if you want to buy in bulk, just call 0262 351 251. Puma drinks, another quality product from Casaprica Company Limited. And this ad is FDA approved. Tomorrow is a Sunday, and on Sundays there is one thing that we do on Joy 99.7 FM at 1:30 p.m. We tune in to Pentecost Hour. Yeah, Pentecost Hour is a religious broadcast program brought to you by the Church of Pentecost. It comes your way on Joy 99.7 FM every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. So tomorrow, just tune in and listen to Apostle Nyameche as he brings you life-transforming truth that nourishes the soul, ignites passion, and restores hope in the nations. The Church of Pentecost, we are possessing the nations for the Lord. I know some of you are listening to us on myjoyonline.com. Yes, myjoyonline.com gives you a new experience. Now, the browsing experience on myjoyonline.com is even better. So get the latest news on politics, business, sports, entertainment, and lifestyle on the new My Joy Online portal. Now, the new platform comes with a better and stronger rich content integration. And you can easily access the content from video to audio on the new myjoyonline.com. Alrighty. So, we are coming your way with the third edition of the Showbiz Roundtable. Just as we do, we assemble all the great minds in the world of showbiz. Yeah, we bring you all the great minds in showbiz periodically, and this time around we're going to the Labadi Beach Hotel talking about how to secure sponsorship for events and creative content. And so we'll be exploring the dynamics of sponsorship and the creative space. We try to understand what the corporate world requires of content creators and event organizers, and then we find solutions to the challenges faced by corporate Ghana and the creative industry in terms of sponsorship. Other speakers, we have Baba Sadiq, founder 3 Music Networks, Lateef Abubakar, playwright and CEO of Globe Productions. And then we have Regina Ofori, who is also brand director and consummate marketer. Ivan Kwashiga is a filmmaker, creative director, and founder for Farmhouse Productions. Then the keynote speakers, we have Uncle Ebo White, playwright and author, Bright Lajepo, CEO at PhD Media Ghana Limited. This is happening on 29th July 2023 at 2 p.m. prompt at Labadi Beach Hotel. You don't want to miss out on this one, and so be part of it. Save the date and join us. All right, so still here talking about how to use blogging to market Ghana, and we have Ameyaw Debrah online. Ameyaw Debrah is a blogger. He's been doing this for 16 years. We have Sweet Adjeley, who is a food vlogger on Zoom as well. And then also joining us, Ekow Simpson, a travel vlogger, also online. And then in studio, I have Kobby Kyei, blogger. We have the lead creative for Kwadwo Sheldon Studios. Kwadwo Sheldon right here. Chief Moomin is playwright and poet. And then Uncle Ken is the host of Ken's Music Mix on Joy 99.7 FM. We are still here talking about this. If you have any question for my guests or if you have anything to say to this topic, just send us a message to WhatsApp line 055-1111-997 right here. Now, let me come to my question. Let me go to you straight. Kobby Kyei, have you ever been approached by any government institution, body, or official to promote anything Ghanaian or Ghana before?
I remember.
That's what I remember.
No, I don't remember. Because even recently, I think that they had the tourism event which took place at Peduase, where I saw Chami Kwame
and
Samini, and I was thinking that they could have just even invited a few of us to be a part of it, because we are a generation, we are growing to be them. And so at least they should also let us be part of that conversation, you know, because when you read the constitution, or when you read the constitution on how political parties or how the nation is able to blend the youth in decision making, you notice that in our part of the world, the political parties involve the youth in decision making when they stand for election. But when elections are over and they are making that decision which will affect us, the generation coming, they don't involve us. And so I was quite surprised that a number of times where there are tourism events, they don't involve us. And I saw that thing on the news, and I was quite disappointed that
Is it because they think most of you have not positioned yourself to that direction, as in, okay, even though I do music, I do movies, I can also promote tourism in a way, because most of us in this space, as in the creative space, as journalists and all that, what we do is to write about the musicians and do their reviews like Sheldon does, break down the songs and all that. So maybe in their minds, they think, okay, these people, all they do is talk about celebrities.
No, let's even think that we all talk about celebrities. What about Woody Maya? There are people who have been able to establish themselves as tourism bloggers or people that push that agenda. Were they also invited? You, when you get a hold of Woody Maya speaking, you will know that the guy is speaking out of pain, because a lot of people, the diplomatic corps from the outside world, are involving him more than his own people. In May, myself and Monty Oz visited South Africa. We spent 10 days.
Wow.
And this was orchestrated by the South African High Commissioner, Madam Grace, Her Excellency Grace Mason. Contacted me that, Kobby, I've seen you. You've moved to, you went to France to promote France. What are you doing to Africans? I want to give you a visa. yourself and Monty Oz, in Deba 2023, I'm giving you visa, I'm giving you accommodation, food. I want you to move, go to South. We spent 10 days, and I was blown away. They met us at the airport, took us to different hotels, different tourism, VIP, treatment, enjoyment, their food, their music, their everything. And this is a conscious effort in making sure that they use us as Ghanaians because they want to pull the Ghanaian market to the place. And it was crazy the reception they gave us. And I'm like, so why don't us as a people, as Ghanaians, our tourism ministry, why don't they involve us as people to make sure that we also become part of the decision making and influencing what is happening in terms of our tourism front? And Sophie, the reason why Aunt Sophie was trending all over Ghana was because she was employing a lot of us in making sure that we put influencers to push a certain agenda. And as we speak, a lot of people now, those days, people were moving into US, UK. When Aunt Sophie was in Ghana, I stand to be corrected, but everybody wanted to move into France.
Yeah.
Because of that conscious decision in making sure that she was pushing the tourism. So I feel that, like back to your question, they've never involved us, and I feel sad about it. We are doing ourselves in our own small way. I visited the Volta region, and I sent you the images.
Yeah.
Where anytime I travel to the Volta region, I see statue of ancient days, things that happened. And deliberately, I posted that. And even those, even from the Volta region, they don't even know that there's some statue and the history behind it. So imagine, and let me also use your platform to narrow it down from the political angle. Let's look at the traditional rulers. What are they doing as chiefs?
Poor libation.
There's the Cape Coast Festival, there's Abuachiri, Afenya Markins, there's Gamanche, there's the Homo festivals. I think that consciously, even from the grassroots, from the traditional point of view, they must also involve us. Year of Return, December. I can say that boldly that about 80% of the people come here, they come to chill and go back. They come to party.
Yeah.
We should move beyond that.
What else do you want them to do?
Organization that you served as
ATWAG, Art and Tourism Writers Association of Ghana.
ATWAG.
Yeah.
What are they doing themselves?
my big brother George Kwei is now the president, and he's been doing a lot, you know,
Because I haven't heard
reviving.
anything from ATWAG.
No, they are working. ATWAG is really working. Yes, they're really working.
What are some of the works? What are some of the works?
They are doing seminars and workshops for their
Because I
members,
think that
interacting with Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture. They are rolling out a lot of activities.
There's always seminars, there's always conferences.
I need tangibles.
Yes, exactly.
In this case, at this point, I'm the host, not PRO for ATWAG. No, I used to be the PR. I'm no longer PR.
Used to be. So that's why I posed.
So I decline to comment further on ATWAG.
So Kwame, back to the conversation of the tourism events that happened at Peduase.
Yes.
I think that we are so conscious about. We are so happy about always organizing seminars and conferences. But when it comes to the
I read about it on the Telegraph.
Yeah.
Kwadwo was talking about the road network to some of these places. Yes. Recently, Udimaya posted about the residence of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
And how horrible the place is looking. Very like the first president of the land. If you are not.
How many years since he died?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
It was state housing though, but they built a couple of them around the country for him. Like
built
when
what?
It's like a state housing, so it was not like Nkrumah's personal property.
Okay.
But it was the state. I mean, he engineered for the state to build a number of like how they build Peduase. So it's like a state presidential retreat.
Okay.
So that when the president goes, you know, he could stay there. Obviously, they built some other presidential retreat, but it's a historic site.
Yeah. Exactly.
A huge
which
one.
is now decrepit.
Yes. No, Kwame, if you go to France. France.
France ambassador.
Tu parles français, madame Michel. Là, c'est français n'est pas difficile, alors c'est très long.
You lying. At this point, you are speaking Spanish.
It be true.
It be true.
Français à mon école secondaire.
Yes. You see the way?
I beg. Me, I know they understand French. If they lie, make you talk with
Vem Takashi.
You know, when you go to France, the money they are getting out of the tourism, like the historic sites, the museums, it's crazy.
Go to the Louvre, it's always packed.
Yes, and people are there all the time, 24/7.
Yeah.
So imagine people coming here, traveling to the hometown of Nkrumah.
In fact, you're so bent on it that now, if you are building, you realize when you go to France, all the buildings in the city states, in the city center, it's not like all of them were built in the ancient times, but it is deliberately.
Yes,
so if you are building, you have to go by that architectural style to preserve the look and feel.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Here we are just breaking down all historical sites, building humongous, horrible buildings with no vegetation, no poetry, no story to it.
So you see what I was saying?
Yes.
If
So
you
I
are
was
telling
coming
me
to
to be a
you.
marketer.
No, but
This
there's
is
still
the problem.
something to market.
You see what Kobby Kyei said. You see, people are making conscious effort to actually put
In their own small way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, see, as Chief said, when you go on social media, people are posting videos, reels. Every day, people are discovering new restaurants, new places. See, it has been the content creation thing. The content economy has become so lucrative that everyone, even students, everybody is doing it. So you understand. So if these people engineering the conversation, putting the content out in the newsfeed are not involved in the conversation, there is no point, because that place they went to do the workshop. Yes, I want to know what is the end game there. The people that they have actually, we they hear them.
Maybe I think that was more policy, for government and the people who are supposed to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you mean.
If we are not part of the policy, then what are we going to sell?
Yeah. But maybe they invited others that we didn't know. Who are in the
maybe.
Kwame, have you asked yourself? Because I need to ask Kobby and
Sheldon.
Kojo. Can there ever be social media bloggers or vloggers association?
They have it.
We have it.
They do?
Yeah. They have it. I think they have about 2 or so.
You really do?
We even have an award scheme for them.
Yes.
And you're awarding yourselves without having any concrete things in place to check what goes out?
See, that what we can do is to, see that our interests are taken care of. Our interest is taken care of. So we have there are bloggers, there are content creators. Recently, Udimaya organized content creation summit for a lot of YouTubers to come together and share ideas. A lot. See,
and I did my Shine Summit as
yes,
well.
Kobby Kyei did my Shine Summit. The auditorium was packed. So if you are trying to put out a policy for someone like him who is able to just say, this is what I'm trying to do, I have been able to pack this auditorium for these people to come in and listen to what I have to put out there. And you don't involve me. What is the point?
Who has to put out that policy?
Who?
Can't the association draft guidelines?
They don't listen.
They won't listen.
They won't listen.
Okay.
You see, it is about who you know inside. There was a situation where this guy, I don't want to mention him. I don't want to go on the personal attack.
Yeah.
Yes, but then someone was appointed for year of return, something like. There was this position that was given to someone because the dad be affiliated to a political party and very powerful. At that day, I was so disappointed. Udimaya has roamed the continent of Africa, shot all the videos, created all the videos. When it came for someone to be the face of a project that is promoting Africa or Ghana, they didn't give it to him. They gave it to someone who has basically stayed outside his entire life. So you see, when I sit here and I tell you,
the name Udimaya.
No, Woody.
Doesn't sound Ghanaian.
yes. I mean, but
he's Ghanaian. He's Ghanaian. Yes.
He has a lot. See, he has a lot of content about Africa, Ghana, everywhere. And so you see, they gave that position. They gave that whatever that post to someone. This guy has stayed at America the whole of his life. He is now the face of tourism in this country.
Okay.
People that are putting in the work, you are not even paying attention to them. This is why I sit here and I speak with so much pain. Say, see, the Ghana to the world, they will do it, but don't stress me. Don't stress me at all, because see, do you know how much I spent the day I decided to take my people to the festival in Cape Coast? Do you know how much we spent on transportation to go and cover the festival?
How much did you spend?
A significant amount of money. They were 3 videographers, 1 presenter. They went out there to shoot the festival. They followed them to the bush, actually, to go there.
So you see, Kwame.
You see the effort you are putting
So
in.
conscious, like I mentioned, the traditional rulers, should engage
people like that.
Kwadwo and his team to say that you are giving accommodation, transportation, everything. Just come and cover
The
it.
video
To
part
promote the
on your map.
festival.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The video,
And
we
nobody-
go there
nobody's
and
minding us.
You are trying to take a video of something. Don't go here. Don't step. There is restriction everywhere.
They want to
They want to
Abu-
take
Abu-
money.
Abu-
Yes, take
I
money.
watched a festival. And
Why
it was
are you
crazy.
telling me that I shouldn't shoot this because of what? And I don't know if they are camera shy or they are just oblivious of what is happening. Because if you are doing something like this, bro, we posted the video. It has 1.4 million views on Instagram Reels, and that was just 1 minute.
Wow.
No, so I think that the general context that we should be putting this conversation in is that there's a need to recognize this emerging, in fact, which has already emerged field
yes.
or industry
It's an
as a
established,
very
yeah,
potent
industry.
platform to project our country, to project our culture, to project
Exactly,
our tourism
everything.
potential. And that when designing and implementing a tourism master plan, what critical role can we, map out for such critical sectors? In fact, sectors that organically are already promoting the country. And for me, I will even extend the conversation that it's not even just about Ghanaian bloggers alone, because at the end of the day, we are looking at bringing people also into the country. Just like how a South African, ambassador here can take Kobby Kyei and others to go and experience South Africa. It is not out of place that we can look at the data. Where are we getting people from? Can we bring 1 or 2 people? We know that America is like a huge diaspora market for us. We know that Nigeria is a huge market for us. We should be able to identify influencers there. Even pair them up. You can bring one influencer, say, Kobby, go with this person, show them around. Because when they come, someone has to take them around, right? So it all boils down to how deliberate we are in implementing a tourism master plan. And it also boils down to how we see tourism. Some of us have been saying that unless we see tourism as, in quote, a do and die, unless we see it as it should be the number 1 sector of the economy, in quote, because right now we're riding on the extractive industries, gold, cocoa, and grape and everything, and timber, all of that. We should be able to manage this country as if we don't have natural resources. Because for 60 years, we've been implementing the same economic policies, and our country hasn't made any significant strides. I'm not saying we haven't made any strides, but the economy is still the same. Today, if we don't have receipts from our natural resources, our economy will collapse. Really, if we're not getting the receipts from gold, the receipt from oil, our natural resources, our country will collapse, right, in terms of the economy. So in thinking ahead, 20, 30, 50 years from now, because these natural resources at a point in time will come, we will not continue to drill the oil or mine the gold, because they even have catastrophic environmental consequences. Look at what Galamsey is doing to our water bodies and all of that. So we have to be able to think ahead. In 50 years from now, when those natural resources do not become the pillars of our economy, what new values are we creating? So for me, my clarion call always for the past decade to any government, any person who is thinking about coming to governance, how are we thinking beyond what we are used to, beyond the traditional sectors? What new opportunities are opening? I want a government to come and tell me that when I came into power for the 8 years, at my first year, we were having this percentage of our economy, tourism was number 3. Now tourism is number 1. Then you know that some thinking has been put in place to change. So I'm not, even if your focus is not on tourism and take a different focus, let's say technology, let's say even the value agri chain, not farming as in take a hoe and go into by industrialized farming, and tell us that now we are food sufficient and this. Those are the metrics for me I would use to judge a government that has been extremely exceptional. And I think that even for people who want to come into power, these are things that you have to obsess about. Sometimes I think that we obsess about winning political power to an extent that we don't obsess about the reason why we want those political powers, which is to make a dent, that is to make a serious impact on the livelihoods of our people. Anyone who is running for office, whether you want to be an assemblyman, whether you want to be a member of parliament, whether you want to be a minister or a president, you should first start by obsessing about the need to change the dynamics of our country, the reality of our country. That should be your primary obsession. Before then, you start obsessing about how to win political power. But here, it's seek ye first the political kingdom. And then when the political kingdom comes, chop small. In fact, nowadays it's chop big. And after chopping plenty, what next, right? So my point is that let us begin to think seriously about how we would determine the destiny of our country by changing completely, the foundations on which these economies are based, and think of new values. And we've always said that tourism is a low-hanging fruit.
We are not done. We are not done. Let me take this message from Jibril Jabesia. He's a blogger. He says, Ghana's culture is incredibly diverse and vibrant. One of the highlights is the warm hospitality of the Ghanaian people. People who come in often comment on the friendliness and welcoming nature of we the locals, which creates a memorable experience. If you listen to Sheldon and Kobby Kyei, you'd realize that for we bloggers to effectively write or promote Ghana in our little way, we surely need to help the help of institutions in and around the world. Look, Kwame, sustainable tourism is crucial for the long-term preservation of Ghana's natural and cultural assets. The government can invest in infrastructure development, ensuring that tourists' destinations are easily accessible and well maintained. In short, we as bloggers are willing to do our best, but we will surely need the support of government and private institutions. No Ghanaian blogger that I know of wants to always badmouth this country to anyone. Jibril, thanks so much.
Kwame,
Yeah,
let
Kobby.
me ask you yourself a question. Let me ask the panelists here, and let me ask your listeners this very question. In your presentation, I did use something. Now, when you go to some country, they have a developmental plan. They have an agenda. So when you go to Japan, China, they are preaching about technology. When you go to Brazil, agriculture.
Yeah.
France, tourism. I want to ask the whole of Ghana and everybody who's listening, what are we championing as Ghanaians?
Everything.
Everything. We don't have a developmental focus.
Everything.
That is it. Look,
So
the
what
whole
we-
nation must rally behind.
Yes.
If you go to Dubai, it's tourism.
Tourism
So
in
they
Dubai.
do other things.
Yes.
Yes, in the background, you know. But what is that
But the bigger picture
clarion
is
call?
exactly
That the whole nation's psyche,
Yes.
you know,
I think we should focus on
So in
tourism,
Ghana,
arts, and culture.
what are we holding?
We don't have.
In spite of everything that we are doing, what are we holding? What is that one thing, that bigger thing that we are holding to say that when you mention Ghana, this is what we are also pushing.
Yeah.
We don't have
Maybe
that.
we are
Kobby, we
pushing
don't
that, I'm
have
saying.
one.
We don't have
because
developmental
we are-
plan. There's no developmental plan.
It's simply because we are deficient in all areas.
Yes. What are you going to present?
Let me ask Ameyaw Debrah if we have anything.
We are deficient in all areas. So
Yeah,
we
so
need-
Let me ask Ameyaw Debrah.
agriculture.
Hello, Ameyaw.
Agriculture.
If
Let's
we're
all
saying
come on board.
technology, at least we know that.
Hello,
that is
Ameyaw
prime
Debrah.
focus,
We don't
which
have.
is very important.
Guys, Ameyaw
We
Debrah
need
says
to do.
Ameyaw Debrah says he has the answer to what we have.
which is what exactly?
Guys, I'll come back to you guys. Please listen to Ameyaw Debrah. Ameyaw,
Hello, Kwame.
Ameyaw,
Yeah.
are you listening?
Yes. Reframe the question for me.
No, don't worry. I was just joking. So, have you been approached by any government, institution, or body to promote anything Ghanaian or Ghana?
Oh, yes. I think at different stages, different national campaigns have come in that regard. And I think, yes, I think one of the more recent ones I can remember is, I think, something from the Film Institute, what they call Film Authority. There's a time, I think right after COVID, we put something up, some video to show that Ghana was open. We've also, I think, I've done a few of the tourism things, GTA, all of them. They've been events that I've been invited to take part in altogether. But I mean, I understand what my colleagues are.
Ameyaw, please, before you go on with the understanding, let me ask if, apart from you, you know other bloggers or vloggers who are also approached by these institutions to work for them, just as you did.
Yes, I think so. I can't really remember the exactness of the names and people, but I think I've seen other people being brought in for different things also. For me,
and please, I'm not cutting you, but Ameyaw, how effective was it bringing on board you, the bloggers?
Well, I think it was. More specifically, when I'm talking about the one about Ghana is now open, for instance, at a time when the world was hit, people were not traveling, it was important to let people know that you are now open and you can come in and you can do AB or ABCD. And so it helped. And even from the comments, sometimes we assume that people know, but until you post it there, you realize that there are certain things that people own and those are around the world may not know. So it's important. I think we drum home those messages anytime that we are used for such campaigns. Yeah.
Okay, Ameyaw Debrah, let me ask, what do we do to make sure that bloggers and vloggers market Ghana more? What do we do?
Well, first of all, it must not be. It must not come up like everybody because you're a blogger. They must use you. I think people must. I think even when people are calling who they want to partner with, they should be very specific. They know that when they go to Kobby, they will get this. When they're going to Kojo, they will get this. So sometimes too, people, the wrong ones get used for wrong things. Somebody may come to me and use me for something that I may not end up giving that result because my audience would not resonate with that. So I think it's important for people to find the right people that can help drum the message they want. For instance, it's important that Ekow, for instance, is picked up and people working around. I believe there's a festival happening in Cape Coast this December. It would be nice for people who are marketing and managing that festival to work with the call and see how they can tap into his audience to drive awareness around that festival that is coming up. And most of the time, I want to look at government as they should make all the policies, etc. But when it comes to the work, I believe tourism is business, and so the people within the spaces should, if the government is not doing it, let's say somebody is not doing something big about Cape Coast, a restaurant, a hotel in Cape Coast should on its own collaborate with, say, Wodemaya to come and do something that will put the spotlight on their restaurant, and at the end of the day, it also affects Cape Coast. For government, we can blame them as much as possible, but when it comes to a lot of, when it comes to Shove and they have to do the work, I feel it's not up to them. Theirs is to work with policies and make sure that things are flowing, things are working, but those spaces who really it is their job, who have investments in those spaces, it's more important for them to open up. So for instance, Kobby Kyei talking about going to South Africa and sleeping in different hotels. They will work with specific hotels because they have opened it up and said we want people to come and experience and talk about us. So as much as the South Africa tourism body or the government is facilitating it for Kobby Kyei to go, the businesses are there to connect and support it. And I think when a lot of it is driven by the businesses, it makes it quite easy for these government agencies and whatever
Great.
to also hold on to it and make it roll out. Yeah. So that's
before you go, it appears nowadays the vlogging and blogging business has gotten some glory. When you look at the likes of Kobby Kyei, Kwadwo Sheldon, and all those people doing bigger things with blogging and vlogging, it's gotten some respect, if you like. But there are some people who are still doing the other nyama things. As usual, what advice do you have for these people in your bid to help sanitize the system?
Well, I think Kojo said it a while ago. We work in a space where they say the internet never forgets. And so you must leave some sort of a legacy that you are proud of. Like some few months, few years down the line, somebody will not pull up some receipts and then it dents whatever you may have achieved at a certain point. Yes, it's not just a Ghana thing. There's a lot of bad nuts in the space, and the sad thing is there's an audience for that also, and we cannot get rid of it. But for me, I think it's an individual thing. Everybody must know what they want out of what they are doing with their space, and they must be happy with what comes their way as a result of the choices they've made. And for those who want to get into it, I encourage them to do so. Find ways to get in, because now it's really choked. There's a lot happening, and if you're coming in, you must have something different. Whichever way you want to do it, you must find something. And I keep encouraging people to go outside the popular spaces, because everybody is doing something around music. Everybody is doing something about film. Somebody about celebrity. So the popular stuff, everybody is doing that. But if you look at somebody like Wodemaya, it pretty much has generated a lot of buzz around things that are not necessarily so popular and trending and all of that. And it shows you that there is also that potential. So when people are looking to join in, they should also look into all those spaces and not just see the ones that are popular and jump onto it. So in a nutshell, that would be my little advice.
Wonderful. Great submission there, Ameyaw Debrah. Thanks for your time this evening on Showbiz A to Z. Now let me move to Sweet Adjeley. Hello, Sweet. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, so let me ask you, what do you think should be done to encourage more people to throw the spotlight on Ghana when they are doing their vlogging and blogging?
When it comes to Ghana, we are a very small country, but I've also realized that very small can be mighty. We can't do it alone. The vloggers can't do it alone. For instance, if we put our videos out there and nobody watched the video, Ghana sits in the same spot it is when we started. So we need help from everybody, every Ghanaian. If you see our videos, as long as you think it's something that will push Ghana, we need to share it. Social media tend to love the negativity. They love bad things. Everybody sees something crazy about Ghana. They want to share it. For instance, I'm Ghana. So I always say that whenever somebody shares a Ghana person's video to me, they usually will share something like them insulting somebody. And being Ghana, I know that we're a bunch of comic. To put it lightly, I feel like the Ga tribe is one of the funniest tribes in Ghana, although our language is very hard to learn.
No, we the Fantis are not happy with you at all.
Excuse me. People tend to, whenever I see a Ghana content out there that is shared to me, it's nothing to promote Ghana, honestly. I will not reshare it. What I want to say is that let us begin to share the good things.
Great.
Say, for instance, this young lady, Hilda Bassi, when she was breaking this record, top government officials went there. Do you think we can say the same for us? Let's be honest.
I'm sure if it happened in Ghana, it would have been the same or maybe more.
Are you serious? I've never seen that. I follow a lot of these vloggers, my fellow vloggers. It's hard for me to share certain content on my platform because it's all food. I hardly even show myself. So I'm unable to share things on my platform that I see. I may share it on my personal page, but on my page, because it's not a page that I could share anything. Say some of the other vloggers, they talk about any and everything, so they can they can share any and everything. I want us to share things that will put Ghana in a positive light.
Great.
You will see something with somebody kills somebody, it's over 10 million views. Okay? Somebody saves somebody's life, it's boring. So recently, Yvonne Nelson writes a book. And it is, to me as a mother, it's heartbreaking. But people took the words of the content and made it like it was a joke. And I was watching Sheldon, and he was talking about how they're going to read the whole book and they'll bring it to us, chapter by chapter, because I have the book and I read it. And as a mother and a sister, I cannot help but to feel heartbreak for her.
Okay.
But what I saw on social media was the laughter, was the jokes, and it was going viral. But the part where this girl is crying out for help,
okay,
was. So we need to push the good stuff. If somebody outside Ghana is watching this, they're only seeing.
All right. That's great. It's great. Thank you, Sweet Adjeley. I think you've made your point. Let me quickly take 1 minute from Ekow Simpson. Hello, Ekow. Are you still there with us? Ekow Simpson. Okay, Ekow is gone. All right. Still here, Jordan 99.7 FM Showbiz A to Z. Now, let me move to Kobby. Let me move to Kwadwo Sheldon. Kwadwo. So, what's the way forward? From the outset, you told us that everybody's doing their content, what fits their audience and all that. And you even made us understand that, if the road network to the tourist site is not good, what can you do? But in your own way, you also told us that you have content that puts spotlight on these places. What are you doing more to magnify these areas?
Yeah, so you see what Sweet Adjeley was saying. You see, however you want to argue it or say it, most of content consumers on social platforms gravitate towards, the sensationalism, the negativity, or however you want to put it. So that is why she said, someone saves a man. The views, you don't have that number of views, but then someone kills a person. You have 10 million people watching it. That is how basically people have been trained to consume content in our space. So the last time Kobby Kyei was, saying something that as content creators, we need to make the conscious effort to put more, positive content in the newsfeed. Because when you come and you have like 10 minutes of content basically highlighting positive stuff, you have no choice than to consume, you understand? But then again, this is a numbers game. And so at the end of the day, if you are trying to, break even, make money, monetize the eyeballs or whatever, you need to, find a balance. So my platform, as I said, I started with just, Ameyaw Debrah and the breakdown. We have, transcended into doing other things. As we are growing as a platform, we are learning and unlearning some things. And we are trying to, make impact with what we are doing. And that is what we are doing in our platform. As I said, I have a section on my platform where we have dedicated to highlighting some of these festivals.
Great.
African cuisines, and you understand.
That's
we are
fantastic.
doing all these things and putting it out there. But at the end of the day, once again, let me tell you this: if I spend, let's say, 5,000 Ghana cedis to go to Cape Coast, take my crew, we go and shoot content, bring it back, the editing process, distribution, do all these things, put it in the newsfeed. Then I get like 10,000 views.
Oh, bruh.
How are you supposed to be motivated to go into the next festival? You understand? See, argue however you want to argue. We shoot the content. I don't know about others, but this is not a playground for me.
At all.
I am trying to make money off what I'm doing. I'm trying to monetize the attention that I'm having. So if what I put in the newsfeed, which people perceive to be positive, or that something that is supposed to highlight, the tourism potential in the country, a content like that is created and put in a new feed. And the attention that I am getting for that particular content, as compared to the one that maybe an artist is beefing or whatever, the numbers, the disparity, you can actually see it. Then you know where I'm going with this thing. So it is a holistic conversation. The ecosystem, everyone. If you want me to create content that is going to highlight the tourism potential of Ghana, when I create it, watch it.
That's it. When they create it, watch it.
If you don't watch it, you'll be getting the beef videos.
Kobby, tell your final words.
All right, my final words. When the president is traveling with his team, especially on occasion where it is affiliated to sports and other institutions or other stuff, they know that, okay, we are going with this presenter. We are going with this person. The same way I would say that if the president or the minister or whoever, the traditional leaders are traveling to inaugurate or visit a place which is a tourism destination, they must also involve some of us. They must also involve us in a convoy. So that
facts.
Go and
The morning I joined the president's convoy.
Yeah.
I sat at the back of his V8.
They will throw your phone away.
So that we can also go and push the place. However, my advice to every young Ghanaian, especially the emerging bloggers, is that the market is huge. I would advise the emerging bloggers to go into other disciplines.
Entertainment,
Just say, everybody that comes up as a blogger wants to go into entertainment. We have agriculture blogging. You can go into health blogging. We are even talking about tourism.
It can go anywhere. It's media, right?
Media. But you see a lot of everybody.
Yeah, but you see, I'm not cutting you. You see, that's
where the attention
is
is.
the demand for the content. You see, that is
it
what
gets
I'm
to the
saying
numbers,
there.
right?
So if the mindset of every
Demand
creator
and
in this,
supply.
yes, I am creating this thing to go viral. I am creating this thing to get.
So
See,
that is what we have to change.
yeah.
Okay.
So that is what I'm saying. So
Kobby,
It is not just about
Kobby, you have
trending,
30 seconds, Kobby. 30
What?
seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
sorry, bro.
30 seconds. So I will advise every content creator, let's go into other disciplines. Enough of the entertainment and other stuff. There are a lot of people who want to feed agriculture content. I know, like Kwadwo is saying, it's very difficult, but with consistency. With consistency, trust me, when the topic of tourism comes up, when you were coming to start, or when you were coming to conduct this interview, you were looking for people who were food bloggers, who were tourism bloggers.
Yes.
And it was hard. If there's a conversation about agriculture and you need influencers on agriculture, if there's a topic of health and you need health influencers,
It's true.
so
But how will you get health influencers when the nurses, when they dance, they will suck them?
Please.
That would have been an opening.
Okay, Chief.
No, that's what
Chief, 1 minute, your last
Yes,
words.
no, I think there's a good
1 minute,
conversation
yeah.
that we've spotlighted this industry or this opportunity, and I think that it makes sense. I mean, demand and supply. Can you say Nkwasi Asem in quote on radio?
No problem.
Yeah. So my point is that if Nkwasi Asem sells, that's what people will deliver, right? But you get to a point that when you build an audience, you can begin to diversify. That's the only way you can acclimatize the audience to new kinds of experiences. Like yes. So for those who are established, the point is that try to diversify.
Okay.
For those who are coming out up, look for niche areas. I feel that there's a lot of creativity that people are looking for interesting, unique things they've never experienced before, right? If you give it to them, you can make agriculture sexy. You can make someone can say, look, this is an idea. Imagine we have Aboso kind blocker. And you're a vlogger or whatever, you go to Aboso Price, you know.
Okay.
So
These are brilliant ideas, man.
Yes, I agree with you. But to connect it, we're
Yes.
also saying that, you know,
Connect to Uncle Ken,
governance
please.
Architecture must recognize this opportunity and leverage them as and when necessary to help also sell and promote our tourism potential.
Okay, Uncle Ken.
Yeah, Kwame.
Yes, your last words.
You know what?
Upon your closing remarks.
This has been a brilliant discussion.
Yes.
And I am very happy that the bloggers themselves on this show today have said that we need to diversify.
No, I said diversify.
And they agreed.
They agreed, yeah.
They agreed to it. So I'm asking them, how can they make sure that we get this diversity in place? Because they claim they have an association. And
Ghana Bloggers Association.
It is through that association that they can implement some of these ideas that they have. So The ball is in their court.
They will go and continue
I just
from
want to
there.
find out, is it because Coach Sheldon's a vlogger, that's why his power bank is this humongous? Or is, I don't know.
Yes.
Or is it
All right, guys. It's been great having your company right here on Joy 99.7 FM, Showbiz A to Z. Big thank you to you, Uncle Ken, host of the Ken Music Mix on Joy 99.7 FM. Kobby Kyei is a blogger. A very big thank you. Kwadwo Sheldon. Charlie, it's been great having you guys here. Chief Moomin, Ameyaw Debrah, Sweet Adjeley, Ekow Simpson. And so, yeah, we talked about how to market Ghana through blogging and vlogging. But let me tell you about the Showbiz Roundtable, which comes off 29th July. We're talking about how to secure sponsorship for events and creative content. And the speakers are Baba Sadiq, Latif Abubakar, Regina Ofori, Ivan Kwashiga. And then we have keynote speakers Uncle Ebo White and Bright Lajepo. Happening on 29th July at the Labadi Beach Hotel, hosted by Mima Sevenai, Kwame Dadzie. Show produced by Philip Nye, assisted by Anita Tay. And then we had Oliver Fangnan on social media, alongside DJ Ubete giving us music. We're back same time next week right here on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Kwame Dadzie.